Chapter 1162, Two Male Leads? This means double Best Actor. This was the first time double Best Actor occurred in the history of the Golden Orchid Awards. It was unprecedented. This made everyone boil with emotion. No one anticipated the Golden Orchid Award for Best Actor this year would have such an unexpected turn of events. Moreover, Luo Chun and Gong Su both won Best Actor, creating double Best Actor for the first time in the Golden Orchid Awards history. Yi originally thought she could handle just Luo Chun, and could even use this point to knock down Gong Su first. However, she never would have imagined it would be double Best Actor. It was actually double Best Actor. Panic appeared for the first time in Yi's eyes. Ling Xiaojia stared at Gong Su like he'd seen a ghost. Gong Su, who he had always contemptuously looked down upon and thought had ridiculously horrible acting skills, actually won Best Actor. Producer Shue's face was also ashen and disturbed. He lowered his voice and asked Yi, "Who the hell is this Yi Bai? What's his background? This is unprecedented in the history of the Golden Orchid Awards. Missy, I'm afraid we can't suppress these two people. A single Best Actor was problematic enough already, but now it was two Best Actors. Their impact wouldn't be double. It would grow explosively and exponentially. It could already be foreseen that Luo Chun and Gong Su's names would explode after the Golden Orchid Awards. This was true for Gong Su especially. His popularity and rallying power were already very terrifying to begin with. Now that his only dark blotch was erased, his comeback persona could easily provoke an explosive effect. In this kind of situation, even if two big companies like Worldwide and Emperor Sky teamed up together, they wouldn't be able to suppress them. This was the first occurrence of double Best Actor in the history of the Golden Orchid Awards. The outside world paid close attention to them, and the committee of judges also supported and had high hopes for them. If Worldwide and Emperor Sky wanted to forcibly suppress them, it would definitely cause negative criticism, not to mention whether they could even suppress them in the first place. Yi naturally knew this. She originally thought nothing could go wrong, so she hadn't expected this result. When she looked at Yi Mufan, her expression was extremely dark. However, there was still someone who looked more awful than Yi, Chu Hongguang. When you thought about it, he spent so much money and piled so many resources, but all that did was help Kai Yongxing make Cui Mingqian popular and win Best Novice. Chu Hongguang originally wanted to prove that his judgment and decision were both correct. In the end, Yi Bai turned around and managed to make Luo Chun and Gong Su win Best Actor at the same time. Even Gong Su, whose acting skills were officially deemed trashy by the entire entertainment industry, managed to win a Best Actor with his help. This turnaround, it stabbed his heart. Chu Hongguang originally still insisted his decision was correct due to his pride, and thought it was Yi Bai who was in the wrong, but he now drowned in regret. If Yi Bai didn't leave back then, this could all be his. It could have belonged to Worldwide. They could have angered Emperor Sky to death and even shaken Emperor Sky's position as leader, and they could have held their head high. But now, everything was useless. Chu Hongguang felt his face twitch. He wanted to strangle that trash. Kai Yongsheng, Brother Yi, I actually won Best Actor. Quick, pinch me. No need to trouble him. I'll do it for you. Yi Mufan teased mirthfully. This was the first time Yi Mufan considered this guy pleasing to the eyes. During this period of time, the Age of Immortals ran into snags everywhere it went. They were even kicked out of a show right before the awards ceremony started. He had already prepared himself for death. He never expected a light at the end of the tunnel. Chapter 1161, the host's voice reverberated from the speakers in the ceremony venue. Luo Chun attracted everyone's attention and gained tremendous popularity with his debut in the film Terrifying Dragon. After 3 years of silence, he returned to the public eye through Terrifying Dragon 2, demonstrating his excellent acting skills once again. Then, in a life and death struggle, he portrayed Special Forces soldier Shen Yu and fully illustrated the magnificence of a Chinese soldier with his superb acting skills. In a life and death struggle, Gong Su perfectly portrayed Xue Xiaoyang, a vivid and substantial character who's both a hero and villain. His acting skills improved in leaps and bounds, demonstrating to the audience that, after the host finished her recitation, she excitedly said, "This is too exciting." I didn't expect there to be 2 winners for tonight's Best Actor. Now, I'll invite our 2 winners to come up onto the stage. Yimu Fan quickly urged Luo Chun and Gong Su to go. Hurry and go up. Ah, wait. Brother Yi, you haven't hugged me yet. Gong Su opened his arms demandingly. Yi Wanwan had no choice but to walk over and hug a certain large canine. Only then was Gong Su happy. He hugged Yi Wanwan as hard as he could. Ever since Gong Su met this person, his life had changed. Initially, he did it for Little Candied Plum. However, before he knew it, this person began to grow in importance to him. Although he was managed, scolded, and even beaten every day, he was very happily abused every single day. This person, HM? Why's Brother Ye's body so soft? Also, he smells really good. He honestly smells like a girl. Stop acting cute. Go already. Yi Wanwan urged. Oh. Gong Su inexplicably felt his face boiling and his heart about to leap out of his chest. He subconsciously clutched his chest. Damn, it's just a hug. Why the heck are you pounding so wildly? Why are you pretending to be pure? Gong Su dazedly stared at Yi Wanwan for a few seconds with a blush on his face before dizzily following Luo Qian onto the stage. On the stage, one of them was calm and reserved while the other was free and unruly. As they walked shoulder to stand underneath the glowing lights, they were brilliant and eye-catching, as though no darkness could stifle their radiance. Countless viewers simultaneously watched the ceremony's livestream on their TVs and witnessed this scene, witnessing the rising of 2 stars. At Imperial City Satellite TV's busy date with a superstar crew, Director Ho, watch the TV, quick. Suddenly, the junior assistant dashed toward the director of the show, Ho Chongliang. Ho Chongliang fiercely slapped the script in his hand and angrily shouted, "See what? Can't you see I'm going crazy with work? Why are you watching TV at a time like this?" Dazzling Media's Chui Mingqian was stolen by hot-blooded adventure. I told you to invite Pei Hong. Have you reserved Pei Heng's time slot yet? That's not it. Director Ho, look at this first. It's really important. Luo Chun and Gong Su both won Golden Orchid Award for Best Actor. The junior assistant said, breathing heavily. Ho Chongliang was startled. What did you just say? The junior assistant exclaimed. I said, Best Actor. Double Best Actor. Luo Chun and Gong Su. Ho Chongliang stared at the junior assistant like he was a fool. Are you freaking kidding me? Gong Su? Best Actor? There was probably no one who would link Gong Su and Best Actor together. Really? Watch it yourself if you don't believe me, director. As the junior assistant said this, he placed his phone, which was playing the Golden Orchid Awards livestream, in front of Ho Chongliang. Chapter 1162. When Ho Chongliang saw that the junior assistant didn't seem to be joking, his expression shifted and he snatched the phone. On the livestream, the host just happened to invite Gong Su and Luo Chun to go onto the stage to accept their award. Luo Chun and Gong Su's star power was extremely powerful today, even through a screen. They were currently standing under the brilliant lights and going through their acceptance speech. They really won Best Actor. They even won it together. Ho Chongliang dazedly said, "The Golden Orchid Awards can have 2 Best Actors?" The junior assistant emotionally said, "It's never happened before. It's the first time in its history." The netizens have completely exploded. About Gong Su especially. He went from the most untalented actor in the entertainment industry to winning Best Actor. This leap in skill, along with his Weibo post about eating shit if he doesn't get Best Actor, their talking points are simply off the charts. Ho Chongliang stared at the phone screen, his eyes nearly bulging out. How could this be? The junior assistant said, "It's really unbelievable. When I heard these 2 people's names, I also jumped in fright. That manager, Yibai, is seriously too awesome. Anyway, all the newspaper and news sites tomorrow are going to explode tomorrow. Whether it was Chui Mingqian or Pei Hong, neither of them could cause a bigger flurry of discussion than those 2. Ho Chongliang's face was utterly dark by this point. In order to ingratiate himself with Emperor Sky Entertainment and Ling Xiaojia, He previously intentionally snubbed Gong Su and Luo Chun and shrank their script. In the end, he even deleted all of their recorded scenes. Damn it, why's the outcome like this? Ho Chongliang nearly went mad from regret. The junior assistant remorsefully mumbled, "If we followed our original plan, this week's episode would just happen to coordinate with the Golden Orchid Awards popularity. We'd be ahead of all the other media outlets. The episode's ratings would definitely reach an all-time high. What a pity." Shut up. You only know to give advice in hindsight. If, there's no if. Regret rolled around in Ho Chongliang's body. He felt more grief and lament than if he had brushed past 100 million yuan. What a good opportunity. Now, they wouldn't get it back even if they spent 10 or 100 times more. Right? Those 10 minutes. Didn't we have 10 minutes? Ho Chongliang hurriedly asked. The junior assistant answered, Director Ho, those 10 minutes were deleted according to your request. Ho Chongliang roared, "If they're deleted, then figure out a way to recover them. Isn't there a spare copy? 10 minutes. Not a single minute can be missing. Get it all back for me. Also, hurry and call Yi Bai and book them for our next episode. I want Gong Su and Luo Chan to both be there." When the junior assistant heard that, he felt his head swelling. Everyone must currently be falling over themselves to contact Age of the Immortals to compete for the first wave of popularity. They just had a falling out with the Age of the Immortals. How were they supposed to book them now? They weren't the only ones. There was someone who wanted to die more than Ho Chongliang. It was the director of the reality show Hot-Blooded Adventure, Feng Ku. Damn it. Curse it all. When Feng Ku got the news, he nearly thrashed the TV due to his anger. The assistant director next to him tried to comfort him. Old Feng. Calm down. Calm down. Feng Ku clutched his chest. He was dizzy from rage and felt like he was about to start coughing blood. Fuck. I just switched out 2 best actors. How can I be calm? Anyone with eyes knew how explosive the popularity of double best actor would be. Nearly everyone was fighting for this wonderful opportunity and wanted to ride on this wave of popularity. Chapter 1163. This opportunity was once in his pockets, but he wrecked it with his own hands. Feng Ku's current mood could be imagined. When the assistant director saw Feng Ku's anguished expression, he clapped Feng Ku's shoulders and comforted, "EY, don't be like this. I heard old Ho managed to invite them but deleted all of their scenes and didn't broadcast it. It was Luo Chen and Gong Su's first time being on a variety show together after a life and death struggle, but they screwed it up themselves. He's even stupider than you. Don't you feel better thinking about that? Feel better, my ass. Hurry and help me think of a method. Help me coax them back." While news of Gong Su and Luo Chan winning Best Actor together rapidly spread in the outside world, the award ceremony continued in the Golden Orchid Awards venue. In the audience, the vice president of Emperor Sky Entertainment saw Yi's awful complexion and gently coughed. "Missy, Yi Mufan was just lucky this time. You don't need to worry yet. There's still a very important award. We already won Best Screenplay, Best Director, and Best Film. If we win Best Actress as well, we'll still be the biggest winner this year." Yi closed her eyes and tried her hardest to suppress the rolling emotions inside. "We absolutely can't allow anything else to go wrong." The male and female lead in Luoshan's Legend were both nominated for Best Actor and Best Actress. Since we didn't win Best Actor, that means our probability of winning Best Actress is very high since the organizers typically won't allow the same film to dominate too many major categories. It must be because of this that we didn't get Best Actor. I've already made this prediction with you before. Tanwei walked through his analysis with confidence. Tanwei's words both comforted Yi and gave Pei Hung a way out of this embarrassing situation. Pei Hung also said, "Based on my experience, Vice President Tan is correct. A lot of organizers for major awards act like that." Yi's complexion improved slightly. She took a deep breath and resumed looking towards the stage. However, her expression didn't relax in the slightest. Because the other competitors this year were also very strong. Luo Chen and Gong Su were carrying their awards back to their seats, and they were about to reveal Best Actress on the stage. The winner of the most highly anticipated award tonight, Best Actress Award, was about to be announced. The host enthusiastically said, "The most exciting moment is finally here." Everyone knows that the competition for this year's Best Actress Award is the most intense in recent years. Who will obtain the crown for Best Actress? Let's wait and see. Please look at the screen. The introductions of the 5 nominated films started playing on the big screen. The Sigh of Wind and Cry of Cranes, its female lead played by Yin Xiaoxian. Password, its female lead played by Qiao Chu. You'll Never Know, its female lead played by Han Qingling. Luotian's Legend, its female lead played by Lu Weiwei. And Jasmine, its female lead played by Jiang Yinran. Yi Wanwan focused on the films on the big screen. The competition for this year's Best Actress was more intense than that of Best Actor, so it really wasn't that easy to predict. Gong Su poked Yi Wanwan's arm. Brother Yi. Brother Yi. Yi Wanwan continued to stare at the big screen. Quiet. Gong Su suspiciously mumbled. They're announcing Best Actress next? It has nothing to do with our company. Why are you paying so much attention to it? Chapter 1164. Yi Wanwan didn't answer. She saw Jiang Yinran cautiously turning around to glance at her from the front. She could tell Jiang Yinran was beyond nervous based on her expression. Yi Wanwan quickly sent her a comforting look. Only then did Jiang Yinran look a little better and turn back around. Gong Su felt like Yi Wanwan was casting amorous glances at someone, but when he followed her gaze, he couldn't find the other person. Maybe I'm really overthinking things? Damn. Gong Su, calm down. You're straight. What's wrong with you? Why are you suddenly paying so much attention to a man? Next, we'll invite the winner of last year's Golden Orchid Award for Best Actress, Chao Kurson, to help us present tonight's Best Actress Award, the host announced. Fervent applause rang below the stage. The guest presenter is Sister Kurson? As Gong Su muttered that, he wondered if that was why Brother Yi was paying extra attention to this award. Brother Yi and Chao Kurson seemed to have quite an amicable relationship privately. There wasn't anything romantic between them, right? Shit. Why am I back to thinking about Yi Bai again? Stop it. Thank you. Chao Kurson walked onto the stage, looking stunning. Thank you to the Golden Orchid Awards for inviting me. I know everyone must be tired of waiting by now, so I won't keep you guessing and will directly announce the results. It really was Chao Kurson. She presented the awards more straightforwardly than everyone else. A wave of kind laughter swept through the audience. After Chao Kurson said that, she opened the envelope and glanced at a certain spot below the stage as she announced, "The winner of this year's Golden Orchid Award for Best Actress is Jasmine's Jiang Yinran." Thunderous applause reverberated through the venue the second Chao Kurson finished speaking. Everyone could sincerely accept this kind of result from the final film director Peng Yuan, who directed before he retired. Moreover, the novice Jiang Yinran performed outstandingly in the film. When the film showed in theaters, it already obtained countless favorable reviews from the industry. Many agencies were attempting to recruit this extremely talented novice. Now that Jiang Yinran managed to win Golden Orchid Award for Best Actress with her first film, her net worth would rise as well and her future was bright. When Yi heard this result, her expression was dark. They didn't win Best Actor and also lost Best Actress. These were the 2 most important awards. The other awards were useless no matter how many they won. Vice President Tan Wei said while wiping his sweat, "Ahem. Director Peng's film is truly very strong. There's also nothing to be done. But at least it wasn't Worldwide who got it." Yi's eyes shifted, and she immediately asked, "What agency is Jiang Yinran under?" Tan Wei quickly answered, "I was about to address this. I paid attention to this rookie before. She doesn't have an agency right now, so we can totally poach her." Yi said with a glower, "We must poach her no matter the price." Tan Wei replied, "I'll arrange it as soon as the awards ceremony finishes. Don't worry. Best Actress will still be ours in the end. Congratulations. Please come up on the stage to accept the award, Miss Jiang Yinran." The host called. Jiang Yinran's eyes were red due to her emotions as she hugged each member of the cast and crew next to her. Through the crowd, Jiang Yinran distantly met the eyes of Yi Wanwan in the back before slowly walking toward the stage. Damn, how the heck? Yi Mufan stared at his sister like he was looking at a celestial being. 2 Best Actors, and 1 Best Actress. This girl, she truly defies the heavens. Chapter 1165. Everyone's eyes were fixed on Jiang Yanran. There was a lot of admiration and jealousy from other celebrities in the mix. Her debut film was the work of director Pang Yuanhu, and she even won Golden Orchid Award for Best Actress. Such a high starting point and so young. Plus, her innate ability and appearance were both outstanding. Her future ahead was bright. How many people had to spend 5 years, a decade, or perhaps even several decades before they reached this height? How many agencies spent an innumerable amount of energy and resources to build a film star like her? Yet, she easily obtained all this and entered the entertainment industry with such a radiant halo above her. Some of the seniors in the entertainment industry had high praise for her. Each new generation truly surpasses the previous. Such an outstanding novice is a rare sight in the entertainment industry. She's truly a 1 in 1,000 good seed. No wonder she was chosen by someone as picky as director Pang. Jiang Yanran will probably become the second Xiao Yufei in the entertainment industry. Back then, Xiao Yufei also won Best Actress with her first film at the age of 19. 3 years later, she advanced onto the international scene and is an incontestable A-lister. As Pang Yuanhu listened to the compliments around her, he showed a rare satisfied and praising expression. This girl is quite decent indeed. Her foundations are very solid, and her perception is very strong. But what? Someone asked. There's probably a great teacher coaching this girl behind the scenes. Pang Yuanhu said pensively. The person next to her grew interested. Oh, a great teacher coaching her? Could there possibly be a better teacher than you, Director Pang? Pang Yuanhu watched as Jiang Yanran walked onto the stage. It's just a guess. That girl is clearly a completely inexperienced novice, but she performs too well. She barely made a single mistake in the past few months with the film crew. No matter what, a nearly perfect talent like this with enormous potential and regarded so well by Pang Yuanhu, even gaining a priceless compliment from him, would certainly instigate an intense fight amongst all the agencies. There were countless other people who wanted to recruit her, just like Yi Yi and Tan Wei. Chu Hongguang was one of them. As soon as the winner was announced, Chu Hongguang immediately ordered the higher-up from Worldwide Entertainment sitting next to him. Director Xiang, you must sign this girl before Emperor Sky Entertainment does. Xiang Jia, the director of the talent recruitment department at Worldwide Entertainment, answered, Chairman Chu, I've been keeping an eye on Director Peng's film, so I did some research on Jiang Yanran as soon as I learned about the audition results. And then, Chu Hongguang promptly asked. Xiang Jia started. When I learned that Jiang Yanran was just a normal student and wasn't signed with an agency, I personally want to talk to her. However, she rejected me. That girl didn't agree even when we, Worldwide, went to recruit her, so she was probably waiting for the results of the Golden Orchid Awards to come out to ask for a higher price. Xiang Jie continued. Chu Hongguang pensively said, satisfy her regardless of her asking price. Recruiting an already existing talent was much better than spending a large amount of money to support a novice who might not even become popular. Unless they were the kind of managers with sharp foresight and an extremely strong ability to produce a god, producing a big-name artist was harder than ascending to the heavens, especially for an artist that went the talent route. The name Yibai suddenly surfaced in Chu Hongguang's mind, eliciting another wave of pent-up frustration. Because of an erroneous decision, he now had to expend several times more time and energy to compensate for the loss. Chapter 1166. Xiang Jie answered. All right, Chairman Chu, I understand. I'll definitely complete this task to the best of my abilities. Chu Hongguang worriedly added. Regardless of the price Emperor Sky offers, suppress them however you wish. Do this as soon as the awards ceremony ends? Yes. Upon overhearing the conversation between Chu Hongguang and Xiang Jie, Kai Yongxing inwardly rubbed his hands and said, Uncle, how about you let me take care of this? I'll definitely do a good job. Chu Hongguang quietly shouted, Shut up. If you dare to interfere in this matter, leave the company. You useless piece of trash. Kai Yongxing looked aggrieved. How am I trash? at least I won a Best Novice. You have the nerve to mention that? Chu Hongguang was nearly angered to death. Xiang Jie stayed silent and tried his best to minimize his presence, unwilling to interfere with their argument. However, he was rather sympathetic toward Chu Hongguang. It was Chu Hongguang who personally made an exception and hired Yi Bai back then. Although he did do it to control Zhou Wenbin in the beginning, Yi Bai was an unexpectedly rare talented individual and led dazzling media to great heights. Talented individuals were too important to a company, let alone a genius-level talent like Yi Bai. He watched his own nephew forcing away Yi Bai, and then helplessly watched Yi Bai turn things around completely and produce two best actors, while under the suppression of both Emperor Sky Entertainment and Worldwide Entertainment. If he hadn't forced away Yi Bai back then, all these benefits would be worldwide's. Ahem, if I were Chu Hongguang, I'd also turn crazy from anger. Below the stage, all the guests, artists, and agency higher-ups fervently looked at the girl on the stage. Countless agencies were already prepared to fight for her. Jiang Yinran was wearing a red gown that Yi Wanwan chose for her. She resembled a budding flower who was slowly unleashing her radiance. We'll now invite our newly crowned Best Actress to give us an acceptance speech. If you please, Miss Jiang Yinran. The host politely handed the microphone to Jiang Yinran. Thank you. It was Jiang Yinran's first time experiencing this kind of situation, so being nervous was unavoidable. Her hand was shaking as she held the microphone. Underneath the stage, Yi Wanwan's eyes shot past the crowd and landed on the girl with a singular focus. As Yi Wanwan recalled Jiang Yinran's fate in her previous life, her heart was full of warmth as she watched the glowing girl. She warmed other people, but also warmed herself. Jiang Yinran's eyes reddened faintly as she looked at Yi Wanwan in the audience. Jiang Yinran first bent down to give a deep bow. Then she took a deep breath before she looked up and spoke into the microphone. First of all, thank you to the evaluation committee and organizers for presenting me with this kind of opportunity. I must also thank Director Pong for trusting me and giving me this role. Thank you to all my companions in the cast and crew and your hard work over the last several months. Wild applause rang underneath the stage. Jiang Yinran chose the most secure type of opening by thanking everyone. Then Jiang Yinran paused briefly before she resolutely continued. In addition to this, I also need to thank one person especially. Typically, when artists mentioned they needed to give special thanks to a person during their acceptance speech, there was either gossip or something worthy of discussion. Hence, everyone waited for Jiang Yinran to continue with interest and anticipation. Jiang Yinran's eyes were brimming with gratefulness and warmth. If it wasn't for her, Jiang Yinran wouldn't be standing here today. Chapter 1167. 1167 whispering erupted below the stage at Jiang Yinran's words. Was Jiang Yinran about to thank a certain senior or teacher in the industry? They knew it. There must be a master behind a novice for a novice to win Best Actress. Director Peng's audition alone wasn't an easy obstacle to overcome. Director Peng spent more than half a year just to find a female lead. His strictness sent chills down people's backs. Countless big names hadn't successfully auditioned for the role in Jasmine, but a novice like Jiang Yinran succeeded. Who would believe that no one gave Jiang Yinran pointers and helped pave the way? Everyone curiously looked at Jiang Yinran, wanting to discover the person acting behind Jiang Yinran. They're my best friend. They're also my benefactor and my teacher. They gave me 2 lives. They rescued me out of the mud pits the first time, and they granted me my dream the second time. I've always felt that I was luckier than everyone. Because they were by my side, I avoided a lot of detours. They gave me confidence. They told me that I was more suited to act than perform behind-the-scenes work. They taught me all the techniques behind acting and told me to concentrate on learning and solidifying my foundations. This time, it was also them who kept encouraging me to audition for Director Peng's Jasmine. They told me that this role was very suited for me and gave me the courage to take the first step. They stayed up late to thoroughly study the screenplay. They practiced with me, accompanied me to the audition, and answered all of my questions. As Yi Wanwan listened to Jiang Yinran's every word, her expression was gentler than it had ever been. The host finally couldn't help but ask the question on everyone's minds. It appears that the person you want to thank has a very important impact on your life. Yinran? They were even the one who chose director Peng's film for you? That's right. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for them. May I ask who you're speaking of, Yinran? Zhang Yinran's eyes were glistening with tears as she looked in Yi Wanwan's direction. I've never mentioned their name before today because I didn't feel worthy. But now, I can finally stand on this stage today with this award in my hand and tell everyone. Under everyone's fervent gazes, Zhang Yinran shakily said, "They're my manager, Yi Bai. They're my manager, Yi Bai." Yi Bai, Zhang Yinran's words reverberated in the hall through the speakers. On the stage, the beautiful girl looked at the audience emotionally with glistening tears. The cameraman paused briefly before he swiftly reacted and promptly cut the camera toward Yi Bai. The entire ceremony hall was dead silent for a few seconds. Then the celebrities and guests present all stood up due to excessive shock, not caring for their image. They all turned to look at a certain row behind them. Yi Bai, Zhang Yinran actually has a manager already? And her manager is actually Yi Bai, the former vice president of Dazzling Media, the current director of the talent recruitment department of Age of the Immortals, Yi Bai, the manager of the two actors who just went onto the stage to accept the Best Actor award, Yi Bai. Chapter 1168 Damn! Someone exclaimed in the silent crowd, disturbing the silence and eliciting a rumble of uproar. Zhang Yinran already has a manager? And her manager is Yi Bai? Yi Bai. Isn't Yi Bai Luo Chun and Gong Su's manager? Shit. Producing two best actors is frightening enough already. Then without giving us time to recover, he gives us a best actress. This Yi Bai. Is he a freak? Isn't this too frightening? Meanwhile, Chu Hongguang sat stiffly like a statue in his seat. What did that girl just say? Xiang Jia was also shocked out of his mind. When he heard Chu Hongguang, he quickly regained his senses and wiped his sweat. He gulped and looked at Chu Hongguang's deathly pale face as though he'd lost too much blood. He answered cautiously, Zhang Yinran just said, her manager. Is Yi Bai? She. Zhang Yinran already has a manager. Yi Bai? Yes. Chu Hongguang's face went from ashen to the color of liver. He shakily clutched his chest and couldn't utter a single word. Xiang Jia jumped in fright. Chairman Chu, are you all right? Chu Hongguang shakily searched his body. Xiang Jia quickly dug out a small bottle of heart-saving pills from Chu Hongguang's body and fed them to him. Only then did Chu Hongguang raggedly recover, but his face still resembled a corpse's. In the next second, Chu Hongguang's eyes shot toward Kai Yongsheng like ice daggers. Upon receiving his uncle's murderous and flaying gaze, Kai Yongsheng didn't dare to boast and cowered in his seat. This is really fucking cursed. Is Yi Bai, that bastard, still human? Damn it. If I had known, I would have treated Yi Bai better before, and wouldn't have made things so ugly. Chu Hongguang had a chest of fury without anywhere to vent. He felt like he could see his tragic future. Ahem, On the other side, the vice president of Emperor Sky Entertainment, Tan Wei, was also embarrassed. He evidently never expected this result. This was a worse result than having Zhang Yinran stolen by Worldwide. He had no idea where their news went wrong. Zhang Yinran had a manager already, and her manager was Yi Bai from Age of the Immortals, who worked under Yi Mufan. He was Yi Shaoan and Yi Yi's confidant, so he naturally knew Yi Mufan was slowly threatening Yi Yi and Yi Shaoan's inheritance status in the Yi family. The results of this year's Golden Orchid Awards even represented grandfather Ye's decision. They were fucked this time. Missy, Tanwei had no idea what to say after even half a day. Yi Yi's nails dug into her palms as she stared intently at Yi Mufan and Yi Bai. If there weren't cameras around her, she would have probably slammed her phone onto the ground and left on the spot. Under everyone's shocked and almost numb gazes, Zhang Yinran held her trophy and slowly walked down the stage, heading toward Yi Wanwan. Yi Mufan tactfully yielded his seat, and Han Xinyu also stood up to yield his spot while clapping. Yi Wanwan stood up and opened her arms with a faint smile while looking at Zhang Yinran. Jiang Yinran couldn't hold back the tears rolling down her face. Actually, I've always really wanted to say this to you. Thank you. Thank you, Wanwan. Chapter 1169 Yi Wanwan embraced the girl. Congratulations. No need to thank me. You've been wonderful from the start. All the cameramen at the venue instantly aimed their cameras to capture the newly crowned Best Actress embracing her legendary manager. Thunderous applause exploded after a shock swept through the crowd. All the agencies who were just planning to poach Jiang Yinren were now completely dumbfounded. The newly crowned Best Actress with an unlimited future already belonged to someone. No one expected that the biggest headline of tonight wasn't Best Actor or Best Actress. It was actually a manager. A manager who debuted merely a year ago, yet already produced 2 Best Actors and 1 Best Actress. As for the Age of the Immortals, only Yi Mufan knew about Jiang Yinran. No one else knew Jiang Yinran was under Yi Wanwan. Luo Han Xinyu still looked fairly calm. To him, no matter how astonishing something was, he could take it in stride if it happened to Yi Bai. As for Luo Chen and Gong Su, Luo Chen was shocked while Gong Su had a more comical expression. Gong Su was staring at Yi Bai and the newly crowned Best Actress while he dazedly told Luo Chen, "Fool, look at me." Luo Chen looked at Gong Su with incomprehension. Gong Su asked, "Tell me what's different about me." "Different?" Luo Chen echoed with furrowed brows. Gong Su was about to break down. "I'm green. I've turned green. Can't you see it? Can't you see that the grassland above my head is enough to raise an entire Mongolian tribe? Brother Yi actually lied to me. He really was having an affair behind my back." Below the stage, in places unseen by the camera, countless people were discussing this legendary manager. What's Yi Bai's background? How come I've never heard of this person before? A certain female super A-lister asked with interest. In contrast to those golden managers who'd already become famous and were managing super A-listers, Yi Bai wasn't a familiar name to some people. Now though, this person managed to produce 2 Best Actors and 1 Best Actress in a single night. No one could overlook his existence anymore. In the audience, a knowledgeable celebrity from Worldwide quickly answered. Yi Bai was originally working for Worldwide. After Chairman Chu transferred him to Dazzling Media, he made Luo Chen popular all by himself and poached Gong Su from Zhou Wenbin, thoroughly taming Gong Su. After Yi Bai took over Dazzling Media's performance steadily climbed. He worked for Chu Hongguang? Then how come I heard he went to Age of the Immortals later and even took away Luo Chen and Gong Su? Someone asked. An artist under Dazzling Media glanced in Chu Hongguang's direction and pointedly said, "It's only because Chairman Chu saw that Dazzling was earning more and more money, so he wanted to insert his own people in the company and transferred Kai Yongxing there." As soon as Kai Yongxing entered the company, he set up obstructions for Yi Bai everywhere he could. He used Gong Su and Luo Chen to bring popularity to his own artist, even used them to create rumors and used them as stepping stones. He forced Yi Bai to leave. Everyone liked to listen to gossip, so they all excitedly pressed, and then you know the rest of the story. Luo Chen and Gong Su are staunchly loyal. They ignored Kai Yongxing's threat about boycotting them and left with Yi Bai. Tut-tut, good thing they left with Yi Bai, someone commented. Chapter 1170, exactly as you said. Oh right, what's up with Han Xinyu? Another person asked. The worldwide artist who talked earlier said mysteriously, "There's no way you'd know. However, I have insider information." What insider information? Quickly tell us. Quick. Everyone pressed. Heh, do you know who covertly resolved Han Xinyu's pedophilia scandal? Who? Damn it. It can't possibly be. That's right. It was Yi Bai. Are you sure? How do you know? I already said it's insider information. All the senior management at Worldwide knew about this back then. It's just that Chu Hongguang wanted to keep his pride, so he didn't allow anyone to tell others. Think about it. Such a giant scandal. Even his own public relations couldn't do anything. He ended up having to rely on an outsider to resolve it. How shameful would it be if word got out? I heard it was through the resolution of this scandal that Yi Bai became valued by Chu Hongguang. Everything makes sense then. No wonder Han Xinyu didn't hesitate to offend worldwide, terminate his contract, and leave with a minor manager. I admit defeat. Does this Yi Bai possess magical powers or something? All I want to know right now is how Chu Hongguang feels at the moment. Haha. I saw that his face was livid with anger. Following the announcement of the winner of Best Actress, the Golden Orchid Awards ceremony came to a perfect end. In contrast to the lack of interest from everyone when they arrived, Yi Wanwan's group was surrounded by celebrities and guests who came to curry favor with them. Zhang Yinran spoke briefly with Director Peng before leaving with Yi Wanwan and her group. As soon as they walked outside, they were encircled by a sea of reporters and blinding camera flashes. When everyone looked at this nearly blinding lineup, this group's company's name involuntarily surfaced in their minds: Age of the Immortals. Tonight was destined to be a sleepless night. Nearly every media outlet was working overtime. At the editorial department of Vivi, the editor-in-chief, Chai Yongli, contemplatively said, "This youth, Yi Bai, is truly fearsome. I've thought he was extraordinary from the start." The photographer, Xiao Yutong, watched the man surrounded by the media during the live broadcast on TV, and a reminiscent expression appeared on her face. "I still remember what Director Yi said to me during Vivi's most difficult period. It was this sentence that supported me for a long time." "What did he say?" Chai Yongli asked. "He said, if the entire world is your enemy, then become so strong that even the world can't stop your footsteps." After the awards ceremony ended, the results for each award category were announced on the internet. The photos from the venue were also immediately posted onto the internet by all the major media outlets. One of the entertainment industry's 10 miracles, Gong Su really won Best Actor. The first time in the history of the Golden Orchid Awards, the birth of double Best Actor. Shocking news. The mysterious manager behind the newly crowned Best Actress. Wild monopolization of double Best Actor and Best Actress. Tonight belongs to Age of the Immortals, the legendary heavenly group of breathtaking beauties. Headlines like that rapidly spread throughout the entire internet. The Weibo post that Luo Chen posted before also got boosted to What's Hot, and a bunch of clamoring comments could be seen below it. "Oh, I'm too emotional." Luo Chen actually intentionally at Ed Gong Su. This is an official distribution of candy. Luo Chen and Gong Su's relationship is really good. It's much better than those superficial and artificial brotherhoods in the entertainment industry. Chapter 1171. I've already watched a life and death struggle twice. It's truly excellent, and Luo Chen and Gong Su are both superb in it. Too bad there are so little showings, and the haters and internet navy keep defaming it. I can finally hold my head high now. Agreed. The netizen above me. However, why do I feel sad that I can't watch Luo Chen and Gong Su livestream themselves eating shit? Fei Yang and Yao Jiawen, who were waiting outside, also learned about the results. Both of them were very excited and rushed to help the assistants and bodyguards escort Yi Wanwan and the others into the minibus. The minibus was very spacious, so everyone could sit inside. Fei Yang's face was flushed red from excitement. "Damn, Gong Su, good job. Luo Chen is fine, but you actually won Best Actor. The entire entertainment industry is in an uproar." You wanted to see me live stream myself eating shit? Keep dreaming." Gong Su spoke with a gloating tone, and his tail nearly touched the sky from how high it was swinging. Fei Yang looked at Yi Wanwan with amazement. "Director Yi, you've changed something rotten into something magical. I bow at your feet." Gong Su was instantly displeased. Hey, watch your words. Who are calling rotten? Haven't you seen what the internet is saying? I'm just a pearl that was covered by dust. Haven't you gone to school?" Fei Yang rolled his eyes at Gong Su and ignored him. He excitedly looked at the girl sitting next to Yi Wanwan. "Yi Bai, your eyes are so damn sharp. Where did you poach this, sister? Why didn't I notice?" You have no idea how our manager group chat exploded when the winner was announced. Nearly all the golden managers were planning to poach her. Even I was tempted and was wondering if I could find a way to poach her, since I thought our agency didn't have any female artists yet. But then she gave her acceptance speech and revealed you were her manager. I was dumbstruck. Yuanwan listened to Fei Yang's gushing before she explained with a smile. Our company's situation wasn't too bright before, and Worldwide and Emperor Sky were both suppressing us. I was afraid Yanran would run into trouble, so I didn't sign her officially. Fei Yang nodded with understanding. I see. Jiang Yanran nervously introduced herself to everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm Jiang Yanran. Please take care of me from now on. Hello. Don't worry, everyone is easygoing here. No need to be nervous. Fei Yang enthusiastically said. Hello. I'm Director Ye's assistant, Yao Jiawen. Hello. Luo Chen nodded. Han Xinyu lightly chuckled. So you're the Yanran who Yi Bai frequently mentions. Hello. Welcome to Age of the Immortals. Jiang Yanran blushed. Hello, senior. I've always been your fan, even though she climbed the wall not long ago. Jiang Yanran turned to Gong Su. Hello, Senior Gong Su. Yuanwan was sitting in the middle with Jiang Yanran and Gong Su on each side. Gong Su had been emitting a green light for a while now. He kept a stern expression and didn't respond even when Jiang Yanran greeted him. Upon seeing this, Yuanwan inconspicuously sent him a warning glance. He glared at me. He's glaring at me on his new lover's behalf. Gong Su instantly felt his heart crumbling into smithereens. He gave Jiang Yanran a side glance and harumphed. Good that you know I'm your senior. You're the newest here, so you should know the rules. Gong Su was about to position himself as the legitimate wife when Yuanwan interrupted him. She came earlier than you. What? Earlier than me? Impossible. Gong Su stared intently at Jiang Yanran and asked, When did you start following Brother Yi? How could you possibly have started earlier than me? Why didn't I know this? Chapter 1172, Jiang Yanran pondered over it. Technically speaking, she agreed to follow Wanwan back in her 3rd year of senior high. Hence, she answered, when I was in senior high, she was earlier than even Luo Chun. Gong Su felt like lightning struck across his clear sky. Shit. Senior high. Weren't you still a minor? Then, he bitterly and achingly turned to Yuanwan and looked at her like she was an unfaithful traitor. Brother Yi, how could you do that? Yuanwan exasperatedly said, Enough, stop fooling around. Although Yanran started following me earlier, she debuted later. She's still a little junior sister, so you need to act more like a senior brother. Gong Su felt like his shattered heart was crumbling into powder. Brother Yi has a new lover. I'm going to lose Brother Ye's favor. Fei Yang glanced at Gong Su with raised brows and leaned close to Han Xinyu to quietly roast. Xinyu, say, what's up with Gong Su's strange reaction? Shouldn't he be happy about the new arrival of such a pretty little junior sister? Why does he look at her like she's a love rival? If I didn't know better, I would have thought he had a romantic thing going on with Yi Bai. Han Xinyu turned to look at Fei Yang with furrowed brows. Brother Yang, don't be absurd. When Fei Yang met Han Xinyu's eyes, he started. I was just joking around. Why does Xinyu look so serious? Detecting Han Xinyu's displeasure, Fei Yang chuckled and said, Just kidding, just kidding. Why do I feel like Gong Su wasn't the only one who reacted strangely? Fei Yang brushed away the torrent of thoughts in his mind. Oh, right. Let's head to the celebration banquet. We won't leave until we're drunk tonight. I've already reserved a room. From the front passenger seat, Yi Mufan glanced dryly at Fei Yang. What did you just say? Fei Yang was perplexed. Let's go to the celebration banquet? What about it? Not this sentence. Huh, not this sentence? Then, we won't leave until we're drunk? Fei Yang was briefly startled before he promptly reacted. Except for Director Yi. Han Xinyu chuckled. I already told the waiter to prepare juice. Yuanwan. Am I really that frightening? Now that Yuanwan was finally free, she quickly sent a Si Yihan a message to report the good news and specifically added, Don't worry, I won't drink no matter how happy I am. It wasn't like she could drink even if she wanted to anyway. They were keeping a very close watch on her. Wait. Hold on. Inside the car, Gong Su suddenly shouted, I won Best Actor. Did I win Best Actor? Fei Yang looked darkly at his unhinged appearance. How the heck did you win Best Actor with that intellect of yours? Go away. What use is intellect? Can I eat it? Brother Yi said I just need to look pretty. Gong Su ignored Fei Yang and turned to look at Yi Wanwan, his eyes blazing up like a roaring flame. Brother Yi, I won Best Actor. Best Actor. Yi Wanwan feigned ignorance. And Gong Su turned fretful. Brother Yi, are you going back on your word? My candied plum. Where's my little candied plum? Hurry, hurry and call her. Yi Wanwan nonchalantly said, What are you so anxious about? I'll definitely let you see her tonight. I'll see her tonight. I'll be able to see little candied plum tonight. Gong Su felt like he was dreaming. He instantly tossed aside his thoughts about little junior sister and large grassland to the back of his mind. Right, there's a more important matter. Chapter 1173. 1173 a what? What about female clothes? Brother Yi, you promised me. If I won Best Actor, you'd not only let me see little candied plum, but you said you'd also wear female clothes. Fei Yang clucked his tongue. Director Yi, you aren't really wearing them, right? Yi buy in female clothes? Actually, I quite look forward to it. Yi buys androgynous and outrageously good looks. If he was a woman, tut, he'd definitely be a super gorgeous beauty, right? However, what man is willing to dress as a woman? Without waiting for Yi Wanwan to answer, Yi Mufan already blurted out with a dark expression, I forbid it. Gong Su had been on bad terms with Yi Mufan for a long time, so he instantly turned angry. Why? Brother Yi promised me. Who are you to Brother Yi? What right do you have to forbid it? Yi Mufan was nearly angered to death. I'm his fucking brother. Enough. Stop arguing. Yi Wanwan glanced at them and calmly said, I did promise him. Gong Su cheered and fluttered over like a butterfly. Ah, Brother Yi, I love you to death. Marry me. No thanks, I'm not interested. Then I'll be married to you. Yi Wanwan, where's your integrity? Yi Mufan wanted to beat that punk up in his rage. He was about to say something when a phone rang. It was Fei Yang's phone. The person on the other end said something, causing Fei Yang's brows to raise. He revealed a mocking smile and courteously said, thank you, thank you, thank you for the president's invitation. It's just, I'm not sure if we have time to go. Let me ask our boss first. After Fei Yang hung up, Yi Mufan looked at him with a frown. Who called? Fei Yang smiled. Old Chun. Yi Mufan asked, the president of the Film Association, Chen Yanfeng? Fei Yang nodded. That's right. You didn't answer his call? Yi Mufan rolled his eyes. Because my phone is flooded with calls. Ever since the awards ceremony finished, his phone hadn't stopped ringing. Fei Yang coughed. Ahem, oh right. Why did Chen Yanfeng call? Yi Mufan asked. Heh. Old Chun called to personally invite us to attend the Golden Orchid Awards banquet. Yi Mufan snorted. Banquets invite people last minute? Fei Yang shrugged. Evidently, either Emperor Sky Entertainment or Worldwide Entertainment, perhaps even both of them, gave them instructions, so the banquet intentionally excluded our company. And now, well, you know, Yi Mufan naturally knew. He had experienced too much of human nature's fickleness these past few years. It was clearly a banquet that invited all of the guests, but intentionally excluded their company. He previously foolishly asked them and ended up being ridiculed by a minor employee. Now that their company monopolized both Best Actor and Best Actress, how could the organizers dare to not invite them? Hence, the organizers contacted them in haste. Otherwise, what kind of Golden Orchid Awards banquet would it be without the Best Actor and Best Actress present? Fei Yang looked at Yi Mufan and asked, So, boss, should we go or not? Yi Mufan's face was solemn as he looked at Yi Wanwan disapprovingly. Should we go? When Fei Yang saw this, his brows raised. Was it his imagination? It was Yi Mufan who was clearly the biggest boss, but he asked Yi by each time there was an important problem. Strictly speaking, He was seeking permission from Yi Bai with a particularly kiss-up attitude. Chapter 1174. Yi Wanwan said, "Go." Why wouldn't we go? They needed to use this opportunity to rebuild their connections as quickly as possible. There was no need to be on bad terms with the film association. Yi Mufan nodded without hesitation. Okay, Dongzai, turn around. We're going to the banquet. The car slowly turned around, and Yi Wanwan added, go slower. Safety is most important. They did have to go, but they should still put on the proper airs required. Gong Su turned anxious as soon as he heard that they were going to the banquet. Go to what banquet? Who knows how late it will finish? When will I finally see Little Candied Plum? How about this? You can all go, but brother, you will help me ask Little Candied Plum out so I can go see Little Candied Plum. No. Why not? Because I don't know how to be in two places at once. Fei Yang broke into loud laughter and teased. Why else? Of course, brother, you doesn't feel safe about letting you see his sister by yourself. What's the difference between that and a sheep entering a tiger's den? You're too delusional. Nonsense. Am I someone like that? You 100% are, all right? Unless you turned gay. You're gay. Your whole family is gay. This young master is the straightest person in the world. Gong Su loudly protested for the entire journey, but had no choice to unwillingly follow the group to the banquet's venue. As soon as they arrived at the entrance, they saw two staff members from the organizer standing there, anxiously looking around. What should we do? What should we do? Are they here yet? One of them incessantly urged. They aren't. The other person was also drenched in sweat, since there was a whole hall of people waiting. Have you called them yet? Are you sure they're coming? The president said he called already. Ah, please come. If they didn't, that'd be so embarrassing. Everyone is waiting inside. What a joke would it be if the best actors and best actress didn't show up? The other person instantly complained. You have no one but yourself to blame. Why didn't you treat them more politely back then? Damn, how's it my fault? I was just listening to orders. While the two people argued, a black minibus slowly parked near them. Their eyes brightened immediately, and they sprinted forward to receive them. Ah, you're all finally here. Excuse us for not going out to meet you. Please generously pardon us. Please enter quickly. Yi Mufan was the first to exit the van. He fixed his lapels and pretended to be hesitant. But we don't have invitations. Can we enter? Embarrassment overcame the staff members' faces. Of course you can enter. Why would your group need invitations? Just show your face. Showing your face is enough. Right. Showing your face is enough. A cold glint flitted through Yi Mufan's eyes, but he knew when to stop. He opened the van's back door. Luo Chan stepped out of the van, and then it was Gong Su who was dragged out by Fei Yang. After Han Xinyu got out, he didn't leave immediately. He placed his hand below the roof of the van and guided Yi Wanwan as she got out. Then, Yi Wanwan helped Jiang Yin ran out of the van. When Fei Yang caught Han Xinyu's considerate actions, he was briefly startled. He even especially helped them protect their head? Did he have to be so gentle? With every person that got out of the van, the staff members' eyes grew brighter. They didn't even blink. In a short amount of time, the tag Heavenly Group of Breathtaking Beauties had become one of the hottest searches on the internet. The impact was even greater when the staff members saw them in such close proximity. Meanwhile, inside the banquet hall, the senior management members of the organizer all didn't look so good as they glanced at the hall in trance frequently. Why haven't they arrived yet? Chapter 1175. Back then, they were merely doing Worldwide and Emperor Sky a favor. After all, the two bosses gave them instructions, and Age of the Immortals was a tiny, powerless company. It didn't matter whether they came or not, and no one would care, so they were naturally happy to oblige. However, who knew that such a tiny, lousy company would end up winning both Best Actor and Best Actress? Best Actor even produced two like a double-yolked egg. Now, they had no choice but to quickly coax the people back. Otherwise, tonight's Golden Orchid Banquet would become the biggest laughing stock. Many people had already formed groups of 3 or 5, and were talking about it. Why aren't our best actor and best actress here yet? I heard they didn't get an invitation. Didn't get an invitation? Are you joking with me? Age of the Immortals was founded by the former young heir of Emperor Sky Entertainment. Do you understand now? No wonder. Emperor Sky Entertainment probably exerted some pressure then? Worldwide probably had a hand in it. Didn't eBay jump from Worldwide's ship? It's just that both agencies probably never expected the intensely fought over Best Actor and Best Actress awards would end up in Age of the Immortals' hands. PFT, this is going to be a giant show. Suddenly, a shocked exclamation was heard from the entrance. A group of people with Yi Mufan in the lead started entering the hall. Rolling waves of gasps reverberated in the hall. Everyone who attended tonight's banquet was experienced in the entertainment industry and was used to seeing handsome men and beautiful women, but their entrance was still breathtaking for them. No wonder Age of the Immortals was crowned with the title Heavenly Group of Breathtaking Beauties by netizens. The effects of Han Xinyu, Gong Su, and Luo Chun together were frightening enough already. The newly crowned Best Actress also had superb good looks. Yet, both of the behind-the-scenes senior managers were also blindingly handsome. The manager, Yi Bai, especially. He actually wasn't inferior in any respect amongst those eye-catching celebrities. Although he kept a low profile, his aura was the strongest. Other people could clearly feel that Age of the Immortals revolved around him. A senior manager from the organizers quickly went up to receive them with a smile. "You're all finally here." Yi Mufan returned a superficial diplomatic smile. "My sincere apologies. We had to turn around at the last minute and rush back here, so we arrived late." The senior manager coughed lightly. It's fine, it's fine. It was our lack of consideration." After a round of polite chatting, the embarrassment eased up slightly. Suddenly, a figure swiftly shot out from the crowd and started shouting with large gesticulations, "Damn it! Gong Su, you punk." When I was previously nominated as Best Supporting Actor, you freaking slaughtered me in insults and yelled at me for leaving the team and betraying you. Now look at you. You silently ran off to win a Best Actor. Where's the promise treading on life's journey together as brothers and whoever wins an award first is a dog? Gong Su rolled his eyes. Shoo, Tang Xingho, you loser who has shit acting skills but still doesn't try to improve. My brother Yi doesn't let me play with you. Damn, you're prioritizing your hoes before your brothers. Wait, isn't there something wrong with what I just said? Anyway, you punk, don't even think about escaping tonight. Get over here. Tang Xingho promptly dragged Gong Su away to start drinking. Yi Mufan and Yi Wanwan and their group were busy entertaining everyone when they saw Grandfather Yi slowly walking out from the crowd with the glowering Yi Shaoan and Yi behind him. Yi Hongwei had a solemn expression. Mufan. Yi Mufan quickly went up. Grandpa. Yi Hongwei revealed a rare praising look as he looked at his grandson. You did quite well this time. Thank you, Grandpa. It's all because you taught me well. Yi Mufan flattered him. Chapter 1176 Yi Mufan's flattery evidently worked like a charm on Yi Hongwei. Countless people have already sought him out tonight and complimented Yi Mufan and expressed their admiration that he had a grandson like that, so he was naturally in a good mood. His eldest son's mistake and his only grandson's slovenliness had always been the largest knot in his heart. Yi Hongwei turned to look at the person next to Yi Mufan, Yi Wanwan. This is that director of the talent recruitment department at your company, Yi Bai? Yi Hongwei stared at Yi Wanwan for a few seconds with suspicion, perhaps finding her familiar-looking, but he didn't think too much about it. Yi Mufan coughed and secretly commended his sister for her superb disguise and acting skills. Even her own grandpa didn't recognize her. That's right, Grandpa. Yi Mufan quickly introduced. Yi Bai, this is my grandfather, the chairman of the board at Emperor Sky Entertainment. Yi Wanwan followed Yi Mufan's lead and naturally greeted their grandfather. Chairman Yi, hello? Yi Hongwei nodded with admiration in his eyes. The rising generation is to be reckoned with. Mr. Yi is so young, yet you have achieved so much already. You're truly worthy of respect. Yi Wanwan turned on her diplomatic, praising mode. Chairman Yi, you flatter me. Miss Yi is the actual intelligent and outstanding person here. Yi Hongwei glanced at his granddaughter next to him with some disappointment in his eyes. Yi was rather decent, but she still had a ways to go to catch up to this young man in front of him. Yi had to rely on the Titan, Emperor Sky Entertainment, to stand behind her and her status as the eldest miss of the Yi family to end up her director position. Yi Bai was different, though. Director Yi, you're too humble. How could Yi compare to you? You have no one but yourself, and you had to build up from nothing. But in a mere year, you gradually went from a tiny manager to your current position. Your strategic skills and keen foresight are beyond the grasp of normal people. Then Yi Hongwei sighed and added, if my two grandchildren could have but a mere tenth of your skill, I could be at ease. When Yi Shaoan heard that, his face looked awful. How could his father compliment a damn punk who came out of nowhere like that, and even belittle Yi? Yi suppressed the darkness in her heart and said with a faint smile, Grandfather is right. I still have many things to learn from Director Yi. I wonder if I can have more exchanges with Director Yi in the future? Yi Wanwan smiled and said, that's too much. I'm just lucky. Yi Hongwei was evidently more satisfied by Yi Bai's lack of conceitedness and rashness. Director Yi, you helped Mufan a lot this time. Allow me to salute you with a cup. Yi Mufan quickly interjected, he can't drink due to his allergy to alcohol. A life was nearly lost after he drank last time. Nearly caused us all to lose our lives. That is, Yi Hongwei uttered. Well then, Yi Mufan quickly urged a waiter to bring a cup of tea over. Yi Wanwan exasperatedly glanced at the tense Yi Mufan and had no choice but to accept the tea. My sincere apologies. I shall substitute with tea then. Yi imperceptibly exchanged a look with Yi Shaoan before stepping forward as well. She intently looked at Yi Wanwan and gently said, Director Yi, I'd also like to salute you. Director Yi is truly fearsome. I've always wanted to seek instruction from you. Now that we finally got the chance to meet today, why don't we sit down on the side and have an in-depth conversation? Yi Wanwan's brows minutely raised. What does Yi want? She can't possibly want to seduce me, right? In Yi's view, Yi Mufan was able to stand where he was today because Yi Bai was there. If she poached Yi Bai, then Yi Mufan was done for. That did sound like something Yi and Yi Shaoan would do. Chapter 1177. As soon as Yi Mufan heard Yi's words, he immediately shot to high vigilance and defensively stood in front of Yi Wanwan. Sorry, he doesn't have time. Then he turned to seek permission from his grandfather. Grandfather, Yi Bai and I will go over there to greet a friend. Yi Hongwei nodded. Go on. Yi Mufan quickly led Yi Wanwan away. Discuss my ass. A person who is unaccountably solicitous is hiding evil intentions. I could tell Yi wanted to seduce you with a glance. Yi Mufan cursed as he walked. Yi Wanwan gave him side-eye. What are you so nervous about? Could I possibly be seduced? Yi Mufan was startled and thought about it. Oh right. Yi thought she was so clever and wanted to poach the corner of his wall. What she didn't know was that Yi Bai wasn't the corner of his wall. Yi Bai was the entire house. If you're so capable, poach even the cooking pots. For tonight's banquet, the organizers reserved the entire Jalan bar and decorated the entire bar in a dreamy and luxurious style. By the bar counters, guests chatted over drinks in groups. In the hall, all the magnates conversed cheerfully. The sound of music was heard, and everyone invited each other to dance on the dance floor. There was a group of young men and women surrounding Yi-bai. Many girls were itching to take the initiative to invite Yi-bai to dance. Gong-su forcibly squeezed himself inside. Brother Yi, let's dance." Tang Xingho showed his distaste. "Please, who wants to dance with a guy like you?" Gong-su looked indignant and said, "So what if I'm a guy? Who said two guys can't dance together? At worst, I'll dance the female part." Yi Wanwan's lips twitched, and she directly ignored Gong-su. She walked to Jiang Yinran and courteously extended her hand. "May I?" Jiang Yinran's fangirl heart nearly leaped out of her chest. She frantically nodded, placed her hand on Wanwan's hand, and followed Wanwan onto the dance floor. Behind them, Gong-su's resentment was about to burst out in apparition form. They only see the new love smile but never hear the old love cry. Tang Xingho broke into loud laughter. "Why do you sound like some resentful concubine from an emperor's harem? You're the resentful concubine. Your whole family is resentful concubines. This young master is the empress." Gong-su glared at Tang Xingho before scurrying to Han Xinyu for justice. "Brother Xinyu, don't you think Brother Yi is being too biased?" Han Xinyu was dazedly looking at the dance floor with a glass of red wine in his hand. Brother Xinyu, what are you looking at? Did you hear what I said?" Only then did Han Xinyu turn to look at him. "What did you say?" Gong-su's face darkened. Forget it. I'm done with you. Your mind hasn't been online the entire day." Han Xinyu's brows raised. "My mind hasn't been online tonight." Fei Yang bobbed his head with a wine glass of his own. "It hasn't. Xinyu, are you all right?" Something felt weird to him. Yi Wanwan had finished dancing a song with Jiang Yinran and was returning. As soon as they left the dance floor, a cute girl with sweet looks ran toward Yi Wanwan. This girl was one of the nominees of the Golden Orchid Award for Best Actress this year. "Han Qingling, Director Yi, hello." Han Qingling shy greeted. Yi Wanwan looked at her. "Hello." Han Qingling's cheeks were red, and she turned to look at a spot behind her. There were several celebrities standing together who were currently heckling and teasing her. Han Qingling took a deep breath and finally gathered her courage to ask, Director Yi, can you give me your private phone number?" Chapter 1178 Han Qingling added, "We were playing Truth or Dare and I lost, so I was requested to ask for your number." Gong-su promptly snorted. What truth or dare? Playing a game was false, but asking for a number was the real truth. This trick was rottingly old. If she liked him, then why not be straightforward? Why was she going through so many hoops? Yi Wanwan looked conflicted. It truly wasn't convenient for her to give her private number to people, but it was also hard to reject a girl's request. Han Xinyu suddenly walked over and pulled out a business card from his inside pocket and handed it to Han Qingling. He gently said, "Sorry, it's not too convenient for you, Bai. How about I give you mine? This is my private number." Han Qingling stared dazedly at Han Xinyu's face, which was gentle like a spring breeze, and her face blushed fiery red. Yes, of course that works." Only after Han Qingling finished talking did she remember that the dare was to get Yi Bai's number. However, this was Han Xinyu's private number. This wasn't a loss. Han Qingling instantly left with the number, feeling satisfied. Behind them, Fei Yang foolishly stared at Han Xinyu. Damn, something's wrong. There's absolutely something wrong with Xinyu. Han Xinyu was a rare clearstream in the industry. He never had rumors and always maintained his distance between himself and female celebrities. Very few people knew his private number. In order to help Yi Bai get out of trouble, he didn't hesitate to give his private number to some girl. Yi Wanwan breathed a sigh of relief and clinked her juice with Han Xinyu's cup. Thank you. No problem. Gong Su felt pain gripping his heart. Damn it. I've lost. You can perform that kind of maneuver? Old ginger is still spicier than young ginger. I should have gone up myself. Tang Xingho mercilessly undermined him. Your private number is utterly worthless, okay? Yi Mufan couldn't help but whisper to Yi Wanwan. Ah, Han Xinyu is truly quite decent. Wanwan, won't you think about it? Yi Wanwan rolled her eyes at her brother. Why do you keep wanting to break up an affectionate couple? Yi Mufan rubbed his nose. For no reason other than because that punk looks like a troublemaker based on his looks alone. Then don't I look more like a troublemaker? In some nearby corner, Yi Shaoan was chillingly staring at Yi Mufan and Yi Wanwan. Yi, are you confident? Yi hummed. Yi Bai's thinking is too deep. I truly can't get a good grasp of it, but I'll try my best. Yi Shaoan looked contemptuous. A person like him strives for either money or power. Whatever Yi Mufan can provide for him, we can give it in 100 or 1,000-fold. As long as we can give a good price, why wouldn't we succeed in poaching him? Yi frowned. The feeling that Yi Bai gave her was truly too threatening. A person who could climb to this height within a year naturally wasn't anyone ordinary. What if he declines? Yi asked. Yi Shaoan looked arrogant. Decline? Why would he decline? Unless he's an idiot. But does Yi Bai look like an idiot to you? Anyway, my dear daughter, how could it be a failure when you're going yourself? Yi nodded, agreeing with Yi Shaoan's point. A moment later, Yi found an opportunity when Yi Bai was by himself and silently walked toward him. Because Yi Wanwan couldn't drink, she was standing by the pastries, looking for something to eat. When she turned around, she discovered Yi had walked toward her at some point in time. Chapter 1179. Yi Wanwan nodded in greeting. Miss Yi. There was an elegant and graceful smile on Yi's face. Director Yi. Say, it must be a stroke of fate that Director Ye's surname is also Yi. Perhaps we share a common ancestor? A sneer rose on Yi Wanwan's face at Yi's method of claiming familiarity. Is that so? May I ask Director Yi a question? Yi Wanwan answered, of course. Why must Director Yi follow Yi Mufan so staunchly and loyally? Director Yi must know the rumors about Mufan, right? Is this question important? Yi smiled. I just find it a pity. A fine bird chooses a flourishing tree to nest in. A talented individual like Director Yi deserves a better platform. Yi Wanwan swished the juice in her cup and furtively said, Miss Yi wants to poach me? Yi didn't expect Yi Wanwan to be so direct and forego any roundabouts. I wager there's no one who doesn't want to recruit talent like Director Yi, right? However, I'm afraid there aren't many companies who can give the appropriate price except for our Emperor Sky. Yi Wanwan nodded. May I ask, what price is Miss Yi prepared to give me? Upon seeing an opportunity, Yi turned joyous and quickly said, I can give you terms that are second only to Zhu Boyong. Zhu Boyong was the chief golden manager at Emperor Sky Entertainment. He took 20 years to reach that position, but Yi was giving Yi Wanwan terms that were second only to Zhu Boyong. Yi was truly putting in her capital. As though Yi was certain Yi Bai would be tempted, she continued to confidently say, Of course, the condition is that you must bring Luo Chun, Gong Su, and Jiang Yinran over to Emperor Sky. If you can also bring Han Xinyu and Fei Yang over, you can list whatever terms you want. Yi Wanwan abruptly chuckled. List whatever I want? That's right. Yi Wanwan sipped some of her bright red strawberry juice, the redness further adding to the alluring quality of her exquisite and gorgeous face. However, I'm afraid you can't afford the terms I want. Yi smiled. You can try us, Director Yi. If Emperor Sky Entertainment can't afford it, I'm afraid not many other companies could afford it, no? Yi Wanwan stared at her, the humor in her eyes gradually transforming into icy snow. Then she stressed every word as she said, "What if the terms I want is the entire Yi family?" Yi's confident expression promptly froze. Even her perpetual elegance and graceful mask shattered and transformed into rage. Yi Bai, what a big appetite you have. He actually wants the entire Yi family? Is he mad? Yi Wanwan smiled. Apologies, eldest Miss Yi. If you want to poach me, then fulfill my requests. Otherwise, let's not waste time. Yi's expression was as dark as the bottom of a pot as she watched Yi Bai leaving languidly. Since their conversation had reached this point, it naturally couldn't continue. Yi swiftly returned to the corner to Yi Shaoan. "Yi, how'd it go?" Yi Shaoan urgently asked. If they were able to poach Yi Bai, then Yi Mufan would be a toothless tiger and everything would be readily solved. Yi Bai said. Yi Shaoan rashly interrupted. Said what? We can agree to any of his requests. Even if he wants to be above Zhu Boyong, it's not out of the question. He said, unless we give him the entire Yi family. Chapter 1180, Wanwan. What did you say to Yi? Her face looks like a piece of coal. Yi Mufan quickly asked when he saw Yi Wanwan returning. Yi Wanwan shrugged. I didn't say anything. She wanted to poach me and told me to raise my terms, so I told her to give me the entire Yi family. Yi Mufan's lips twitched. You're so ruthless. No wonder Yi was angered to that extent. Yi Wanwan casually picked up a drink from the bar, and Yi Mufan immediately snatched the cup from her before replacing it with another cup. That drink has some alcohol. Drink this instead. It's mango juice. I requested a waiter to freshly squeeze it for you. I already have a stomach of juices. About half an hour later, everyone had loosened after some alcohol in their system and the atmosphere had reached its peak. According to the norm, there were still activities later, and they typically wouldn't finish until the wee hours of the morning. Yi Wanwan glanced at the time on her phone before she said to Yi Mufan, brother, I won't join the festivities later. Yi Mufan grumbled. Why are you leaving so early? To accompany my man and son. Yi Mufan wished nothing more than to slap himself. Why did you run your mouth off and have to ask? Yi Wanwan chuckled. You all won't allow me to leave drunk, so there's nothing wrong with me going home to accompany my man and son, right? Yi Mufan didn't have a rebuttal to that. Yi Wanwan's private phone suddenly started ringing. It was a call from Sui. Yi Wanwan's gaze shifted instantly. Something didn't happen to see Yi Hin again, right? Brother, I need to take a call. Yi Wanwan quickly took the call in a quieter area. Hello? Steward Su, what's up? As soon as the call connected, Suyi's tearful voice transmitted from the other end. Miss Wanwan, can you please restrain yourself? Huh? What about me? Yi Wanwan was bewildered. Sui mumbled, gossip about you and Miss Jiang Yanran is flying everywhere. And all those girls on the internet are screaming to have sex with me and birth my children. You also know? Yi Wanwan looked innocent. I'm also very helpless, all right? Didn't I present myself as male to people because I was afraid my face would attract the opposite sex? You also thought this was a great idea back then. That's because I was too naive. Then, what's going on with you and the artists under you? Gong Su and Luo Qin? Yi Wanwan was speechless. What could happen between us? They're both men, Sui sighed. Miss Wanwan, you should look at the news, huh? Yi Wanwan suspiciously pulled up a webpage on her phone and searched up some keywords. After she finished reading the newest gossip released, she nearly went blind. Was the media these days also imaginative? She could handle gossip about her and Jiang Yanran since groundless gossip between men and women were too common in this industry. No matter how cautious you were, the reporters themselves would imagine some romantic rumors. After the popularity passed, no one would pay attention to them anymore, so it was insignificant. however, associating her with Luo Chun and Gong Su. The person behind this maneuver probably wanted to execute her. Male senior management wanting to have illicit affairs with male celebrities. This was a scandal that could bring about her obliteration. At that time, it wouldn't only affect Yi Bai. All the male artists under Yi Bai would also be implicated. Chapter 1181. As though it was premeditated, the rumor invaded the internet like a nest of bees in an extremely short amount of time. It soon entered the ranks of the popular searches and, what's trending? What was most ludicrous was that someone revealed a leak in the hottest post, claiming that Yi Bai was not only gay and liked men, but that he was also a pervert who liked to secretly wear female clothes in private. Yuan. From a certain point of view, there was indeed nothing false about those words. She did like men, and also liked to wear female clothes. There were probably a lot of celebrities at the dinner banquet who saw these rumors already, so they were currently giving her meaningful looks. Steward Su, I understand. I'll figure out a way to resolve it. Yi Wanwan had just hung up Su Yi's call and returned when Yi Mufan quickly asked, Wanwan, have you seen the rumors on the internet yet? Yi Wanwan nodded. I just saw them. Yi Mufan was glowering. Damn it. It must be the work of Yi Yi and the others. Gong Su stared at his phone and nearly blew off his top. Damn it. What the hell? They're the perverts. What's up with the rumors about you liking to wear female clothes? It seems like they accidentally leaked out from the company group chat last time, but we were just making a bet and saying you'd wear female clothes if you lost. Okay? How did it turn into you liking to wear female clothes in private? Brother Yi, don't worry. I just made a Weibo post with screenshots of the entire conversation to clear your name. Yi Wanwan felt her heart growing warm at Gong Su's extremely infuriated appearance. Clear what name? Of course it's to clear up those rumors and tell them that you don't have that kind of lousy hobby. No need. Why no need? Gong Su frowned. What man could tolerate this kind of rumor? Yi Wanwan casually glanced at him. What if they aren't rumors? Gong Su was startled and dazedly looked at Yi Wanwan. What do you mean? What if I do like men and have a hobby of wearing female clothes? Gong Su instantly froze when he heard the second half of her sentence. He knew Brother Yi liked men, but liking to wear female clothes. Gong Su stood there, dumbfounded. Who knew what he was wildly thinking, but his face started blushing. In no way, right? Seriously? Brother Yi, you really have that kind of hobby? Gong Su's expression was indescribable. Yi Wanwan chuckled at Gong Su's frightened expression. Gong Su relaxed when he heard that and resentfully said, Brother Yi, you're playing with me? Yi Wanwan didn't explain and straightened her expression. Gong Su, you won Best Actor. So I'll fulfill your first wish now. First wish? Gong Su was confused briefly before his eyes lit up brightly. Brother Yi, you're saying, you'll let me see little candied plum? Yes. Perhaps because bliss came too suddenly, but Gong Su only processed it after being stunned for half a day. Seriously? Brother Yi, don't joke with me. When? Where? Yi Wanwan fixed her sleeves as she said, about 15 minutes later, here. Then she walked toward the door. Yi Mufan hastily caught up and quietly asked, Wanwan, you're really gonna let that punk see little candied plum? I promised him. Chapter 1182. 1182. Yi Mufan grumbled. Can't you just casually pacify him about it? Yi Wanwan wore a solemn expression. A very important thing in a child's education is that you must fulfill whatever you promise the child. Yi Mufan's lips twitched. A child's education? I think you're too deep into your pretend mother role. However, with Gong Su's IQ, there weren't any issues with applying child education strategies to him. After Yi Mufan finished roasting them, he worriedly asked, Wanwan, are you doing this because of those rumors on the internet? Yi Wanwan said, "Those rumors are complete hearsay and won't cause too much of an impact. I can resolve things with some public relations. It'd just be a little troublesome. But even without those rumors, I was already preparing to find an opportunity to reveal my identity, so why not today?" It wasn't like whether she cross-dressed or not made any difference to Si Yihan, so it was time to show her hand to the Yi family. Everyone happened to be there today, so she could take care of it all at once. It was convenient. Yi Mufan could see the point in it, so he didn't say anything. He merely grumbled, "That punk, Gong Su, gets a reward for doing nothing. Where are the keys to the van? My clothes and makeup box is in the trunk." "It's with Dong Zai. I'll go with you." Inside the banquet venue, Gong Su dragged Luo Chun toward him. "Blockhead. Quick, come here. Look at me." Luo Chun frowned. "What?" "Take a good look at me. Look clearly. What do you feel?" Luo Chun hesitated for a moment before he asked, "You are green again?" Gong Su's face turned dark instantly. "Blah. I'm asking you how I look. Are my clothes suitable? Is my hair messy? How's my skin? Is there a pimple on my chin?" Tang Xingho snorted out loud. "I say, Gong Su, what screw went loose this time?" Gong Su looked like a lovesick girl as he excitedly exclaimed, I'm about to see my goddess." Tang Xingho raised his brows. "Your goddess? Who's your goddess?" Gong Su rolled his eyes. "Don't you know who my goddess is?" Could it be the one you've been looking for? That little. That's right. It's my little candied plum. Brother Yi promised me that he'd let me see little candied plum if I won Best Actor. He also told me little candied plum would be here soon." After saying that, Gong Su anxiously looked at the doorway. Tang Xingho's eyes also brightened, and his interest was piqued. "She actually managed to mesmerize you so that you mentioned her every day and stopped you from partying a whole year. Just how pretty is little candied plum?" Gong Su looked at him disdainfully. "Pretty? How utterly superficial. Are you uneducated? Can my little candied plum be merely described as pretty?" Tang Xingho humbly sought instruction. "Then how should I describe her?" Gong Su seriously contemplated for a bit. "And very, 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 very pretty." Tang Xingho's lips twitched. "You're truly not superficial and very educated." Outside the minibus, Yi Mufan was smoking as he waited responsibly. Yi Wanwan changed very swiftly and finished everything in less than 10 minutes. The sound of the door opening came from behind Yi Mufan. Yi Mufan quickly squeezed the cigarette in his hand and stomped it out with his foot before he turned around. Chapter 1183. 1183, you finished. Yi Mufan's voice trailed off when he saw his sister. He rarely saw his sister wearing women's clothes, aside from during the occasional visit to see their grandfather and grandmother at the old residence. Yi Wanwan was wearing a black, form-fitting designer gown with a lace choker wrapped around her fair neck, which was slender like a swan. Her dark, wavy hair languidly draped over her shoulders. Except for the makeup that intentionally turned her face more severe and striking, her face was unmade and without a single flaw. Her skin was white like snow, her brows were like a painting, her pink lips were like peach blossoms in March, and her glistening eyes looked like they were reflecting a galaxy of stars. The phrase, absolutely unrivaled and world-turningly alluring, surfaced in Yi Mufan's mind. The girl before him looked more stunning than when he saw her at grandfather's birthday banquet. He was already very shocked when he saw her sudden transformation at grandfather's birthday banquet. However, in a mere year, this girl underwent an even more astonishing transformation. It wasn't only her appearance, but also her entire aura. It was as though she had struggled through her cocoon layers and revealed her colorfully captivating wings, completing her metamorphosis into a butterfly. "Brother, does this look okay?" Yi Wanwan adjusted her lace collar. "I originally did prepare a pink dress, but after struggling for half a day, I decided I really couldn't wear such a youthful color, so I changed my mind." She remembered she used to quite like pink and light colors. Perhaps due to her growing age and her job, she became increasingly intolerable of colors that were too feminine. Instead, she grew to prefer black more and more. Yi Mufan promptly shook his head. Not okay. It's too revealing. Yi Wanwan's lips twitched. I only revealed a shoulder. That's still not okay. Go back in and change into something else. I happen to have a spare outfit in the trunk. Let me get it for you. Yi Mufan quickly took out a bag from the trunk. Wear this. It looks good. Yi Mufan confidently swore. Yi Wanwan was doubtful but still accepted it out of her professional faith in Yi Mufan. Then, Yi Wanwan took out a colorful dress from the bag. This dress was practically a color wheel. There were at least several hundreds of colorful flowers. It was also long-sleeved and high-collared, the tail of the dress nearly reaching her heels. It was utterly stinging to the eyes. This flowery dress was more terrifying than Gong Su's white ribbon dress. Yi Wanwan distastefully stuffed the dress back into Yi Mufan's arms. I say, God Felix, how could you treat your real sister like this? Yi Mufan stubbornly said. No, Wanwan, take another good look at it. This dress is truly very pretty. It's fashionable. It's unique. You don't understand. Yi Wanwan shrugged. Then you should keep it for yourself to admire. Inside the banquet venue, Tang Xingho painfully shoved away Gong Su's face. Stop hounding. You've asked 800 times already. You're very handsome right now. You're really, 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 really handsome. All right? Seriously. What fairy managed to mesmerize our young Master Gong like this? Tang Xingho was currently pacifying the unsettled Gong Su when he saw something in his periphery. Yi Mufan was saying something to the staff member in charge of receiving guests, Xiao Cheng. Then Xiao Cheng nodded with a big grin. Yi Mufan returned back outside before escorting a girl back inside a few seconds later. Chapter 1184. When the girl next to Yi Mufan stepped in the banquet hall, the entire hall turned silent. They originally thought the newly crowned Best Actress was good-looking enough already, but she instantly turned plain-looking when compared to this girl before them. Even Lin Qingran, who held the title #1 beauty in the entertainment industry, couldn't compare to this girl. If Lin Qingran was light from fireflies, then this girl was the midday sun. Even though it was just a black gown, it didn't dim her brilliance in the slightest. She somehow managed to carry the dark color in an eye-catching manner and was arrogantly beautiful. A few seconds later, noise returned to the venue as countless people started talking and scouting information about her. Who's the girl next to Yi Mufan? Someone in the industry? I don't think I've seen her before. Could it be a rookie from Age of the Immortals? Their face score is heaven-defying, isn't it? Ahem. Why are all the artists under Age of the Immortals so incredibly good-looking? Could it be that a hard requirement for entering Age of the Immortals is having a high face score? Don't guess blindly. Based on Yi Mufan's cautious and nervous attitude, she doesn't look like a normal artist under his agency. Could she be his female companion? Female companion? But they don't look that much like a couple. Currently, Gong Su was frozen like a petrified statue as he stared at the girl next to Yi Mufan. Fuck me. Be beauty. Isn't that girl too pretty? Tang Xingho, who had just been roasting Gong Su for being uneducated, realized his vocabulary was also very poor for the first time. He really couldn't find any other word to describe her besides pretty. Tang Xingho's eyes were shining as he quickly asked Luochun and Gong Su, Hey, who's the girl next to Felix? Why haven't I ever seen her before? Please introduce me and give me her number. The second Tang Xingho finished speaking, the dazed Gong Su turned his head and maliciously glared at Tang Xingho. Tang Xingho, you want to die? Tang Xingho speechlessly turned to Gong Su, who looked like a hungry wolf protecting its prey. Why are you so emotional? It's not like I'm hitting on your wife. Gong Su glared at him. She's my little candied plum. Tang Xingho was shocked. What did you say? She's your little candied plum? Yi Mufan unwillingly escorted Yi Wanwan toward Gong Su. With every step the girl took toward him, Gong Su's heart quickened a little bit. By the time she and Yi Mufan were standing in front of him, he felt like his heart was about to leap out of his chest and fly toward her. He thought his feelings for little Candied Plum had lessened, but this re-encounter made him realize his feelings hadn't changed at all. Yi Mufan brought Yi Wanwan to Gong Su and impatiently said, "You've already seen the person. Now you can leave and return to your daily life." Gong Su was racking his mind for an opening remark, but was interrupted by Yi Mufan. Old hatred and new enmities instantly mixed. "Yi Mufan, do you want to fight?" Yi Mufan smiled and rotated his wrists. "Heh, I wasn't too interested at first, but I don't mind keeping you company if you want to." Yi Wanwan glanced exasperatedly at Yi Mufan. "Brother." Yi Mufan instantly put away his fangs at his sister's warning. "It was this punk who wanted to fight with me." Gong Su, who was yowling for a fight with Yi Mufan, felt like he was struck by lightning when he heard the girl calling Yi Mufan brother. He dazedly stared at her. "What would you just call Yi Mufan brother?" Yi Wanwan replied, "Yes, he's my elder brother." Chapter 1185. Gong Su was dumbstruck by the girl's answer. His face was full of disbelief. This irritating guy was actually Little Candied Plum's brother? Wasn't Little Candied Plum's brother Yi Bai? What did Yi Mufan have to do with her? Gong Su foolishly stared at Yi Mufan. You are Little Candied Plum's brother? How's that possible?" "I'm truly sorry. I'm her brother indeed. I'm also her real brother from the same dad and mom." Yi Mufan emphasized the real brother part. Real brother? Gong Su suddenly recalled Yi Mufan really had a sister, but how could he have predicted that the little candied plum he had been persistently searching for would turn out to be Yi Mufan's sister? Moreover, although Yi Bai said little candied plum was his sister, he didn't say whether she was his real sister or a cousin. Shit. What if Yi Mufan is the genuine elder brother-in-law? Aren't I screwed? Isn't this too illogical? Little Candied Plum clearly resembles Yi Bai more. While Yi Mufan was preparing to fight 300 rounds with Gong Su, his phone rang. Yi Mufan worriedly walked in front of Yi Wanwan and cautiously stared at Gong Su as he ordered, "I'm going to take a call. Be careful of this punk. Don't believe a single word he says. Understand?" Yi Wanwan dryly glanced at Yi Mufan. "I merely changed my clothes. I didn't change a brain." Yi Mufan blinked. "Oh, right." When Yi Wanwan said that, hesitation glinted in Gong Su's eyes. "Why do I feel like Little Candied Plum was very handsome just now?" As soon as Yi Mufan left, Gong Su took the opportunity to step closer to Little Candied Plum. The person he had spent so long searching for had finally appeared in person before him. He felt like he was dreaming. Hello. Do you still remember me? You gave me a box of candied plums in front of the dessert shop that day." Yi Wanwan nodded. "I remember. I just didn't know you were a celebrity back then." Gong Su felt a blush creeping over his face. "What celebrity? I'm just messing around." Yi Wanwan chuckled. "I saw the Golden Orchid awards ceremony. You're a very professional actor worthy of respect. You're truly worthy of the title Best Actor." Gong Su's eyes shone immediately, and he felt vigor furiously filling his body. "Oh, really?" At that moment, he felt like all the pain he suffered while shooting that film was worth it. He also understood the meaning behind Yi Bai's words back then. He was incredibly glad he worked hard previously, so he didn't look so scraggy in front of the person he liked. Gong Su scratched his head. "I was in too much of a hurry that day, so I didn't have time to thank you. Later, I kept searching for you." Tang Xingho watched Gong Su tripping over himself while talking to her, and Tang Xingho became speechless. "Oh my god. Luochen, pinch me. I'm seeing things, right? Is this really still Gong Su?" He didn't confess or ask for the girl's number within 3 sentences. He's innocently scrambling for things to say like a virgin? Gong-su immediately glared at his bad friend. Quiet. This young master has always been pure. Luo Chun wasn't at all concerned about Gong-su's reaction. He was more concerned about looking at the girl. Is it my imagination? Why do I feel like this girl gives me a very familiar feeling? At this moment, Yi Mufan finished his call and swiftly returned. Who called? Yi Wanwan asked offhandedly. Chapter 1186, 1186 Yi Mufan asked, Do you know Kong Juming? The one who directed Extraordinary Attack? Yi Wanwan replied. Yi Mufan nodded. That's right, him. Director Kong just called and said he had a screenplay on hand that suited Gong-su and Luo Chen a lot, so he wanted to invite them to shoot it. Yi Wanwan asked with interest, Really? What kind of script? Director Kong's war films are quite well done. Yi Mufan clicked on his phone. Look at it yourself. Here's the outline of the screenplay that they sent over just now. The script is written by Zhang Hui. I read the synopsis and think it's quite decent. The roles also fit Gong-su and Luo Chen a lot. When Gong-su, Luo Chen, and Tang Xingho saw Yi Mufan showing Yi Wanwan the screenplay, they just thought the girl was interested in the entertainment industry and didn't think too much about it. Yi Wanwan soon finished skimming the outline. How is it? Quite nice, right? Yi Mufan asked. Yi Wanwan nodded. The screenplay is quite nice, but it's not suited for Gong-su and Luo Chen. Why? Yi Mufan didn't understand. It's another combination of an officer and prodigal, and it overlaps with a life and death struggle. The first time is a classic, but we can't possibly surpass the first time with the second time. Instead, it'd be all too easy to get typecast, and it'd be disadvantageous if they wanted to play other roles in the future. I think Gong-su and Luo Chen can attempt to break through with their current situation and try out different roles. Luo Chen, especially, is capable enough. Yi Mufan listened seriously and didn't doubt Yi Wanwan's words at all. Then I'll decline it? Yi Wanwan nodded. Decline it and thank Director Hong for his offer. Also, you can casually ask about the new film Director Hong and Fan Chihua are preparing to shoot next year, Wildfire. The male lead of that film quite suits Gong-su, so perhaps there's still an opportunity to work with him there. Okay, I understand. I'll reply to them after the banquet ends. As Gong-su listened to Yi Mufan and Yi Wanwan's conversation, his adoring look gradually shifted. The sense of something amiss plagued him. Why do I feel little Candied Plum's aura when she talks to Yi Mufan is so familiar? Gong-su subconsciously looked at Luo Chen and caught the same thought in Luo Chen's eyes. Gong-su quietly asked Luo Chen, Blockhead, do you feel like little Candied Plum's aura just now really resembles Brother Yi? Luo Chen nodded. It's very similar. It's not just similar. It's like she was possessed by Brother Yi, all right? It wasn't only her tone and mannerisms when speaking, but also her deep understanding of him and Luo Chen, as well Yi Mufan's attitude toward her. Everything fell off, didn't it? What is going on? Yi Mufan continued telling Yi Wanwan. Also, date with a superstar called again. That Ho Coward was shameless enough to invite us to attend the next episode. Also, Hot-Blooded Adventure, who broke the contract before the award ceremony, is now shifting the blame and saying it was a temporary worker who messed things up. Don't accept those two. Did any other variety shows contact us? Yi Mufan nodded and handed his phone to her again. Of course there are. These are the ones who've contacted us so far. Take a look. Yi Wanwan pointed at two of the variety shows. These two are decent. Have Gong-su and Luo Chen pick one to attend. Chapter 1187. Okay. Yi Mufan looked up at Gong Su and Luo Chun. Which of these two shows do you want to attend? Both Gong Su and Luo Chun were currently spacing out. Yi Mufan frowned and waved his hand in front of them. Hey, I'm talking to you. Gong Su reacted with a jolt and reflexively answered, I'll listen to Brother Yi. Ah, right. Where's Brother Yi? Yi Mufan raised his brows. Yi Mufan suddenly saw the person walking toward them and trailed off, his expression darkening abruptly. Yi Wanwan, why are you here? Liang Shirhan sharply screamed as she maliciously glared at Yi Wanwan. Yi Mufan instantly stood in front of Yi Wanwan. Liang Shirhan, does your family own this place? Are you the only one allowed here? No matter how strong his sister had grown, he still felt like she was that naive little girl who needed his protection in his mind. Liang Shirhan snorted. The problem isn't who owns this place. It's that this is the Golden Orchid Awards banquet today, and everyone who came is on the guest list. Who is she? Isn't she just a little assistant who does odd jobs around your office? What right does she have to be here? Without waiting for Yi Mufan to speak, Gong Su shot up like a rocket. And what right do you have to run your mouth off about whether she has the right? Liang Shirhan felt some apprehensions about Gong Su since he was currently in the limelight. It was at this moment that Yi appeared behind Liang Shirhan to smooth things over. My apologies. Shirhan is still young, so please excuse her. Yi might look like she came to mediate a dispute, but she actually came to support Liang Shirhan. Yi looked at Yi Wanwan and passionately greeted her. Wanwan, you're also here. As soon as Liang Shirhan saw that Yi had come over, her confidence was boosted. She affectionately looped her arms around Yi's arm and mocked, Best Actor Gong. I might be a rookie, but I still know the rules. Everyone attending tonight's Golden Orchid Awards banquet is a distinguished guest, so the guest list is exclusive. This woman originally didn't have the right to be here, so who knows how she conned her way inside. If anyone could come here, does that mean my assistant, chauffeur, and servant could all come too? Liang Shirhan was basically implying Yi Wanwan was a servant with her words. Gong Su's eyes narrowed. Fucking say that again. Liang Shirhan's eyes shifted between Gong Su and Yi Wanwan. Yi Wanwan, it turns out you didn't enter the company to work. You went to seduce men instead? Then it looked like a realization dawned on her. Say, you didn't only seduce Gong Su, right? I was wondering, how could a brilliant person like Yi Bai work under a renowned prodigal like Yi Mufan so staunchly and loyally? It turned out he managed it by selling his sister for success. Shirhan, don't talk nonsense. Yi immediately scolded quietly, but her eyes didn't contain any reproach. She was originally pondering how she could make Yi Mufan suffer. Who knew the piece of trash, Yi Wanwan, would serve herself on a silver platter? A red haze clouded Gong Su's vision when Liang Shirhan mentioned Yi Bai, and he instantly charged up. You fucking piece of shit. What did you fucking say? A cold glint flickered through Yi's eyes when she saw Gong Su angered and about to make a scene. She was naturally happy to see this. Chapter 1188. 1188, Gong Su, don't be rash. Luo Chen hastily pulled Gong Su back. However, how could Gong Su be stopped? He had already reached out and grasped Liang Shirhan's wrist. Apologize to her. Liang Shirhan started to shriek exaggeratedly. It hurts. Let me go. You think you can bully me just because you're a best actor? If you don't have some illicit relationship, why would you get so worked up? The commotion was too loud, so it instantly attracted attention from other guests. Everyone looked at Yi Mufan and the girl next to him strangely and pointed at them while whispering. When Gong Su was about to explode, Yi Wanwan calmly said, Gong Su. Yi Wanwan didn't say anything, but a mere look from her caused Gong Su to automatically and obediently release Liang Shirhan's hand and pat her back to Yi Wanwan's side. When Luo Chun saw this, he glanced at Yi Wanwan, imperceptibly shocked. Liang Shirhan stared at Yi Wanwan like she was looking at some disgusting object. Yi Wanwan, you're truly outstanding. Have you already used your looks to climb into the bed of everyone in the agency? That Yi Bai is probably also mesmerized by that face of yours, right? Otherwise, why would he willingly stay at your brother's tiny, lousy company? Liang Shirhan's words elicited a wave of whispers from the crowd. It turns out that beautiful woman is Yi Mufan's sister. But why do I keep feeling like that beauty is familiar looking and that I've seen her before? Liang Shirhan's words make sense though. Think about it. Couldn't a fearsome person like Yi Bai work anywhere? Why did he have to choose an abandoned son expelled from his clan like Yi Mufan? PFT. Maybe she really did use a honeypot trap on Yi Bai. The horrible chatter around them naturally made their way to Yi Hongwei as well. Yi Hongwei looked at Yi Wanwan with a deep frown. What happened? Why is Wanwan here? Yi Shaoan, who was next to him, watched the show in amusement. Mufan probably brought her here. Ah, that Mufan. Doesn't he know what's proper and improper? If he used that kind of shameful trick, then he should keep a lower profile. Why did he bring Wanwan to this kind of place? How is that girl presentable? Isn't he just inciting other people to humiliate them? Yi Hongwei became infuriated. Why are you still standing here? Hurry and make that girl disappear. If this type of scandal was publicized about his granddaughter, the entire Yi group would be humiliated as well. Yi Wanwan's expression didn't change at all as she listened to the increasingly awful assumptions around her. She looked at Liang Shirhan and sardonically said, "You bought some internet navy just moments ago and said Yi Bai was gay and liked men. Now you're saying Yi Wanwan climbed into Yi Bai's bed? Can your esteemed company please remember to stick to the same story before defaming someone next time? Don't make such idiotic mistakes." Liang Shirhan stomped her feet in anger. You, who bought an internet navy to defame someone, don't slander us venomously. A fly wouldn't choose an uncracked egg. It's clearly Yi Bai who has a fault. If he doesn't actually like men and is a perverted crossdresser, why would that kind of rumor be floating around? Gong Su was about to explode from his anger. What fucking bullshit logic was this? Yi Wanwan cast her eyes down and chuckled lowly. She furtively said, "You're right. Yi Bai does like men." The second Yi Wanwan finished speaking, an uproar erupted in the area. Chapter 1189. 1189 Yi Wanwan quickly added, "Also, he does like to wear female clothes." Everyone was flabbergasted by her words. Shit, a super large scoop? Yi Bai is really gay and has a cross-dressing fetish? Liang Shirhan burst into laughter. Ha ha ha, you were saying I'm dumb. Yi Wanwan, I think you're the dumb one, right? You admitted it yourself. This idiot, Yi Wanwan, was truly a pig teammate. A staff member noticed the argument there and swiftly rushed over. Excuse me, what's going on? As soon as Liang Shirhan saw the staff member, she said, "Manager Zhang, this woman isn't on the guest list but forcefully barged in. Please look into it." Manager Zhang looked at Yi Wanwan, a stunned look flitting through his eyes. "Miss, you are?" Liang Shirhan sneered. "She's just a girl who does menial jobs at Age of the Immortals." Manager Zhang turned to look at Yi Mufan with a conflicted expression. "CEO Yi, may I ask what the situation is with this miss?" Yi Mufan brusquely snapped, "She's my sister. Do you have a problem?" Manager Zhang politely said, "CEO Yi, I'm truly sorry. To guarantee the privacy and safety of all the guests present, this is a closed banquet. Uninvited people aren't allowed entry, even relatives. Your sister, she doesn't seem to be on the guest list, correct?" Yi Mufan snorted. "Who said she isn't on the guest list? She was personally invited by a call from your president, Shen. Earlier, due to the pressure of Worldwide Entertainment and Emperor Sky Entertainment, the event organizers purposefully erased them from the banquet guest list. After the results of the awards ceremony came out, Chan Yinfeng personally called them to re-invite them to express his apology." Chun Yinfeng used to be very close to Yi, shouting. After Yi Mufan and Yi Wanwan established Age of the Immortals, they invited him for meals several times and maintained their relationship. After Chun Yinfeng found out about his and his sister's situation, he helped them out wherever he could. Luo Chun and Gong Su's special training in the Special Forces was achieved with his connections. However, due to Emperor Sky Entertainment's pressure, Chun Yinfeng's hands were tied sometimes. Later, Chun Yinfeng personally re-invited them, so they naturally had to give him a way out. Liang Shirhan broke into laughter when she heard that. President Chun personally called to invite her. What a joke. I say, brother cousin, do you think she's Yi Bai? What a large face. All the artists around them also laughed when they heard that. Even the boss, Yi Mufan, probably didn't have such a large face, right? Who didn't know Yi Bai was the true boss behind Age of Immortals? The true star of tonight's Golden Orchid Banquet was Yi Bai. Yi frowned and spoke on Yi Mufan's behalf. Is there some misunderstanding? Mufan wouldn't lie. Liang Shirhan snorted. Who knows? Some people like to puff themselves up at their own cost. His sister clearly sneaked in here to bait a whale. Yet he has the nerve to say President Chun personally invited her here. President Chan isn't here, so he can say whatever he wants. Yi Wanwan's phone suddenly rang. The caller ID showed President Chun. Liang Shirhan caught the caller ID on Yi Wanwan's screen in her periphery and instantly sneered. Ah, what a coincidence. As soon as you mention President Chin, President Chan calls you. Pretend. Keep pretending. You even specifically found someone to pretend to be President Chun and call you. Take the call if you're so capable. Yi also stood there expectantly. She thought Yi Wanwan was just putting on an act since it wasn't the first time Yi Wanwan and her brother used this trick. However, everyone present was perceptive today. She couldn't pull wool over their eyes by faking it. Chapter 1190. Yi Wanwan glanced dryly at Liang Shirhan and Yi and answered the call, ignoring them. Hello, President Chun. Yi Wanwan greeted. When Chun Yinfeng heard a girl's voice from the other end, he reflexively started. You are. I'm Wanwan. Chun Yinfeng immediately regained his wits and said with a chuckle, Oh, it's Wanwan. I didn't realize at first. You haven't arrived at the banquet yet? Chun Yinfeng knew Yi Wanwan used the Yi Bai persona on the outside, so he unsurprisingly found it strange when he heard Yi Wanwan speaking with a female voice. Yi Wanwan answered, I've arrived. It's just that I ran into some trouble. Chun Yinfeng quickly asked with worry, Trouble? What is it? Don't worry and hold on. I'm outside already. I'll be right there. All right. Yi Wanwan then hung up. Liang Shirhan snorted. You're done faking already? Why didn't you pretend more realistically? At least put the call on speaker. Liang Shirhan merely thought Yi Wanwan couldn't keep faking it when Yi Wanwan stopped talking. She looked at the manager and said, Manager Zhang, can't you see it now? This person clearly sneaked in here, and everyone knows why. In order to prevent guests from being disturbed, the organizers can't just stand by and do nothing, right? Too many pairs of eyes were watching him, so Manager Zhang naturally couldn't overlook it. Hence, he could only assertively tell Yi Wanwan, Miss, I'm very sorry. You didn't receive an invitation, so please leave the premises immediately. Yi Mufan's eyes narrowed, and he was about to say something when a commotion was suddenly heard from the doors. The artists all automatically stood to the side to yield a path and were reverently looking at the newcomer. President Chan is here. There were a few higher-ups behind Chun Yinfeng. He casually greeted the guests before hastily headed straight for Yi Wanwan. Yi Wanwan, President Chin's here now. Let me see how you'll keep faking it. Liang Shirhan was overjoyed when she saw President Chin's arrival and instantly headed toward the president, wanting to ask him to settle this matter. Chun Yinfeng seemed to have not noticed Liang Shirhan and walked straight past her toward Yi Wanwan. When Chun Yinfeng saw Yi Wanwan's dress, he mirthfully teased, Director Yi, why did you suddenly wear female clothes? I nearly didn't recognize you. Liang Shihan, who was about to tattle, was startled. What did President Chun call Yi Wanwan? Director. Yi? Isn't Yi Bai the only director surnamed Yi at Age of the Immortals? Did Yi Wanwan somehow attain some director position too? However, what did he mean by wearing female clothes? Why do those words sound so strange? Chen Yinfeng saw many people surrounding them and Manager Zhang was present. So he looked at Manager Zhang. What happened? Manager Zhang quickly explained. This miss entered without an invitation card, so I'm currently talking to her and requesting her to leave. Chun Yinfeng's expression dramatically shifted immediately. He angrily reprimanded the manager. Utter nonsense. The president's anger caused Manager Zhang to jump. He had no idea what he did wrong. President, is it? Chun Yinfeng looked enraged. Do you know who she is? I managed to invite her with great difficulty, but you wanted to kick her out. Huh, President. Sorry. I didn't know she was invited by you. Manager Zhang wasn't the only one. The people around them were all dumbfounded. What's going on here? Chapter 1191. 1191. This girl was really personally invited by Chen Yinfeng? But how is she worthy? Chen Yinfeng glanced at Yuan Wan and said with a chuckle, when we were on the phone just now, I was wondering what kind of trouble you encountered. But now, I finally understand. Yi Wanwan's expression was a bit exasperated. Sorry for making trouble for you, President Chun. Chun Yinfeng hurriedly said, Nonsense, nonsense. It was a lack of consideration on my part. Everyone was confused as they listened to Chen Yinfeng and Yi Wanwan's conversation. Everyone. Chun Yinfeng raised his hand to signal silence from everyone. Then his eyes swept over everyone and said, Miss Yi Wanwan's arrival appears to have caused some misunderstanding. So I will now reintroduce Miss Yi to everyone. Everyone looked at each other, bewildered. Reintroduce? Chun Yinfeng paused briefly before he continued. Miss Wanwan is my dear friend's daughter. When Wanwan started working, she didn't use her real identity and name out of convenience and used an alias instead. Everyone looked further perplexed when they heard that. An alias? This woman has another identity? But what kind of identity deserves a personal invitation from Chen Yinfeng? Moreover, he didn't even hesitate before going through the great effort of rescuing her out of trouble. Everyone's eyes were fixed on Chen Yinfeng. Chen Yinfeng said, Miss Yi Wanwan's alias in the industry is Yi Bai. In other words, she's the director of the talent recruitment department at Age of the Immortals. Chen Yinfeng's seemingly feather-light words caused everyone present to descend into a strange silence. Everyone thought they were experiencing an auditory hallucination. Gong Su was ready to spring forward to protect little Candied Plum as soon as the situation took a bad turn. When he heard Chen Yinfeng's declaration, he was stupefied for a second before cleaning his ears. What did old man Chen just say? Luo Chen said. He said Miss Ye's alias is Yi Bai. Tang Xingho interjected. What the hell? Yi Mufan's sister is Brother Yi? Did President Chan drink too much? All the other guests' reactions were about the same. What did President Chun just say? I think he said that woman's alias is Yi Bai. Shit. Yi Bai? Which Yi Bai? How many Yi Bais does the industry have? Didn't President Chen say she's the director of the talent recruitment department at Age of the Immortals? She's Luo Chun and Gong Su's manager. You're kidding me, right? Yi Bai's a man, okay? Liang Shihan took half a day to recover from her shock. She humorously asked, President Chun, are you mistaken about something? You just said, Yi Wanwan's alias is Yi Bai? Age of the Immortals Yi Bai? Director Yi is a man. Chun Yinfeng glanced at Yi Wanwan before he promptly explained. That's right, that's right. Wanwan does indeed dress as a man when she's working for convenience. Yibai is Wanwan's alias and identity when she's working. Hence, all the people who don't know her think she's a man. Everyone was astonished again when they heard Chan Yinfeng's explanation. Shit, even a movie wouldn't make up this kind of plot, right? Yibai's actually a woman? This is too ludicrous. But President Chun was the one who said it, so it's probably the undeniable truth. So, when the internet rumors said Yibai liked men and also likes to dress in female clothes, he was a woman to begin with? Fuck me. The explosive scoops from this year's Golden Orchid Awards are coming one after another. Chapter 1192 Gong Su said, Old Man Chen must have drank an entire ton of fake liquor. Tang Xingho retorted, or we drank a ton of fake liquor, Luo Chun. While the banquet hall was enveloped in an uproar, Jiang Yinran came from the direction of the restrooms. She was feeling a bit unwell after drinking some wine, so she went to the restroom. Wanwan? When Jiang Yinran unexpectedly saw Yi Wanwan wearing female clothes, she was shocked. She subconsciously blurted out, You switched back to female clothes? Yes, Yi Wanwan answered. Jiang Yinran immediately grumbled regretfully, I was hoping to be with my god Yibai for longer tonight. Yi Wanwan chuckled. You'll have a chance later. Only then did Jiang Yinran turn happy again. That's right. I've debuted now, so I can work together with you. She was now an artist officially under her god. The doubtful celebrities were startled again when they heard Jiang Yinran's words. Instantly, many female celebrities walked to Jiang Yinran's side to dig for news. Han Qingling quietly asked with an expression of disbelief. Best Actress Jiang, Yibai is really a woman? Jiang Yinran nodded. Yes, she's my best friend. We attended the same senior high and lived in the same dorm room. Han Qingling was immediately dumbstruck. Shoot, how did my god abruptly turn into a goddess? She found the girl named Yi Wanwan familiar when she saw her earlier. She originally wondered if there were any blood relations between Yi Wanwan and Yibai since Yi Wanwan had the same surname as Yibai. She never would have expected this to be the result. All the other girls present looked identical to Han Qingling as they felt their adoration shattering into pieces. Liang Shihan was ashen. Jiang Yinran, you're lying. Yi Wanwan, how could Yi Wanwan be Yibai? This is too absurd. It wasn't only Liang Shihan. Yi Yi's current expression was even more horrible looking. Yibai, how could Yi Wanwan, that piece of garbage, be Yibai? That scheming, fearsome Yibai who produced 2 best actors and 1 best actress in one night was Yi Wanwan? An indescribable feeling of panic flooded over her. In the blink of an eye, every single plan of hers was derailed as though a tornado had passed by them. Jiang Yinran glanced at Liang Shihan. Wanwan is my manager. It was Wanwan who accompanied me when I went to audition. You were also there, Miss Liang. Didn't you see her? Liang Shihan sifted through her memories. It really was Yi Wanwan who went to Jiang Yinran's audition with her. But how could that be? A piece of garbage like Yi Wanwan only deserved to be a little assistant who did odd jobs and used her looks to seduce men. How could she be Yibai? How could she be the golden manager whose name reverberated in the entire entertainment industry? Yibai? However, no matter how much they were unwilling to believe it, President Chun personally explained it, so the truth was laid bare before them. They had no choice but to believe it. Gong Su foolishly stood in place and stared at the girl within the crowd. His face grew paler and paler as he listened to the onlookers' discussion. Then his legs grew limp. Luo Chen and Tang Xingho reached out to hold him at the same time. Tang Xingho coughed lightly. Are you okay, fool? Gong Su was nearly roaring when he said, Would you be okay if it were you? Do I look okay to you? Huh. Tang Xingho wiped the spit off his face. Don't yell at me. I'm also very shocked, all right? Chapter 1193. Gong Su was still trapped in his world-turning shock. No matter how imaginative he was, he couldn't have imagined Little Candied Plum and Brother Yi were the same person. While Gong Su felt like his neurons had been put into a blender, the sound of footsteps came from behind him. Han Xinyu walked out from behind him. When Gong Su saw the newcomer, he looked like he had seen his savior. He latched onto Han Xinyu. Brother Xinyu. Brother Xinyu, did you hear? These people are crazy, right? They must be crazy. They're actually saying Brother Xinyu is female. Han Xinyu glanced at Gong Su and calmly said, Yibai is really a girl. Gong Su. Gong Su was dazed when he saw Han Xinyu's calm expression. You knew a long time ago, Brother Xinyu? Han Xinyu's gaze passed the crowd and traveled toward the girl surrounded by the crowd. Not that long ago. Not that long ago still means you knew. Shit. Was I the only one who didn't know? Tang Xingho raised his hand. I also didn't. Gong Su ignored Tang Xingho and looked at Luo Chun. Blockhead, why aren't you reacting? Are you dumbstruck? Luo Chun glanced dryly at him. Is it that important whether Brother Yi is male or female? He already realized Yi Wanwan gave him a very familiar feeling, that inexplicably comforting feeling, especially when she spoke with Yi Mufan. At that moment, he nearly thought she was Brother Yi. Gong Su went mad. You're actually telling me it's not important whether Brother Yi is male or female? Then would you also not care if I told you I'm also female right now? Tang Xingho's body shuddered, and he quickly rubbed his arms. I beg you to please don't say such frightening things. I'm terrified enough already. At the same time, in some corner, Yi Shaoan, who kept driving a wedge between Yi Hongwei and the siblings, was flabbergasted. There was no way he could have foreseen this kind of development. How's this possible? Yi Bai is Yi Wanwan? This is preposterous. After listening to Qin Yinfeng's introduction, the onlookers all walked toward Yi Hongwei and started chatting. Chairman Yi, congratulations. Congratulations. You have such an outstanding granddaughter. Your granddaughter doesn't concede to any men. As expected of someone taught by Chairman Yi, the pupil truly surpasses the master. We were all scouting the background of this Yi Bai earlier and wanted to poach him to our company. Who knew he was old Ye's granddaughter? Ha ha ha. Isn't that so? How can we poach her now? Yi Hongwei also evidently didn't expect that youth he admired to be his granddaughter. She was a child of his Yi family. Emotionally, it felt like he had ridden a roller coaster. It was a bit hard to describe. Yi Hongwei's mood instantly brightened. Everyone is too flattering. I'm also very shocked that this child accomplished her current achievements. Chairman Yi, don't be so humble. Heh, it appears the Yi family will be in good hands. When Yi Shaoan heard will be in good hands, his teeth nearly broke from how hard he gritted them. He was too careless. He only defended against Yi Mufan and completely forgot about Yi Wanwan. Who knew this girl had been a sheep in wolf's clothing the entire time and did so many things behind the scenes? No wonder that prodigal playboy, Yi Mufan, underwent such a drastic transformation so suddenly and turned so sharp. It turned out it wasn't that punk who changed. Instead, it had always been this girl pulling the strings behind him. Chapter 1194. 1194, however, this girl was clearly an idiot trashier than Yi Mufan. So how did she suddenly turn into a completely different person? This was utterly absurd. He couldn't figure it out no matter how hard he racked his brain. After President Chan introduced her, an impenetrable crowd gathered around her. D. Director Yi. You're really Director Yi? No wonder I kept thinking you looked so familiar. Your makeup skills are too extraordinary. It's better than a disguise. You actually cross-dressed as a guy. Your strategy was too impressive. Director Yi is utterly amazing. You have heaven-defyingly good looks regardless whether you're dressed as male or female. When everyone saw Yi Wanwan earlier, they were stunned by this girl's eye-catching face and unique aura, so they overlooked other things. They never would have expected her to be the same person as Yi Bai. Yi Wanwan politely said, "My apologies. I merely wanted to work with more convenience. I didn't mean to deceive everyone." Everyone expressed their understanding. "Ah, it's nothing, it's nothing. It's your freedom to dress however you want. This can't be considered deceit." Moreover, if Yi Wanwan worked in this industry with her appearance, it truly wasn't safe. No wonder Yi Mufan made her use a male persona out of worry. That's right, that's right. Other people echoed in agreement. No wonder you said you liked men and also liked to wear female clothes, Director Yi. This was truly a giant misunderstanding. Haha. Everyone fervidly talked around Yi Wanwan and kept pointedly glancing at Liang Shihan. Now that the truth came out, Liang Shihan, who had jumped up and down slandering Yi Wanwan in all sorts of ways without any proof, was equivalent to a clown. Liang Shihan turned around wanting to seek support from Yi, only to discover that Yi had disappeared a long time ago. Hence, she quickly fled from the crowd with her tail between her legs. Han Qingling stood in front of Yi Wanwan and stammered with an embarrassed expression. "Ahem, Director Yi. Sorry about earlier. I really only acted so rudely and presumptuously earlier because of a game." Mirth spread across Yi Wanwan's eyes. "It's nothing." Han Qingling felt like her heart was struck by lightning when Yi Wanwan faintly smiled at her. How can she be so good-looking and so mesmerizing? Especially when she looked at you with a faint smile. It felt like you were lovingly being spoiled. Director Yi was fatal to both men and women in female clothes. Even Han Qingling, who was a girl, was captured, let alone others. Yi Mufan's close roguish friends from the past had already dragged him into a corner to interrogate him. Shit. Yi Mufan, you've truly kept it under close wraps. You actually didn't even tell us, your friends? That's right. You're awful. Wait, that's not the important thing. The important thing is, does Director Yi have a boyfriend yet? Young Master Yi, what do you think of me? A fresh meat who went the stylish man route asked excitedly. Yi Mufan was indifferent. So, the fresh meat instantly said, "No, no. Look again. Look closely. We have so many years of friendship. You can't be that heartless, right?" Yi Mufan maintained his cold face and rolled his eyes. "Give up. My sister likes them good-looking." "Damn. Yi Mufan, what the heck do you mean? I'm not ugly, okay?" Yi Mufan ignored this group of playboys and abandoned them to walk toward Yi Wanwan. You're tuning in to the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.